Good? Oh, we're good. Okay. A little bright. Whatever. I don't care. I didn't check things. Good morning, everyone. How the fuck are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope your morning was eventful. I got sunscreen in my eye. Holy crap. Can I just say don't do that? Like, don't do that. That seems like common sense to not do that. But for some reason, my body decided to do that this morning. And the burning, holy shit balls, dicks on a fart, that was hot in my eyes. Let me tell you. Yeah, Rod, you would think, like, for some reason, my hands were like, well, today your cornea is going to be protected. Man, I mean, I, the things you fuck up when you're 34 that you're like, wait, I've been putting lotion on my face for how many years now, and I just wiped it into my eyeball. Okay, sick. We're having a great time. Yeah, as a general rule, like, I won't even let jizz get in my eye. Why? Why would I do that? I don't know. Wear sunscreen though. Oh, I got the fuzz. There was a fuzz on my nose. These little, like, microscopic dog fuzzes, my dudes. It is an acid. I mean, you're not wrong. I put it on my face every day, but today my pinky went bleh, straight across my eye. I'm an idiot. I don't know why that happened, but I mean, my eyes are all red. It was very stingy, but I'm good. I just flushed the fuck out of my eye for a very long time. You've got to properly jizz your eyes if you want them to last. Amen. I mean, that's a maintenance program. I am human. I hate it. It's the worst. Give me my fucking wait, Twitch recap. What the fuck? Wait, what? What's a Twitch recap? Help? I gotta pack a bowl. I cleaned my bong as good as I could. I mean, it's got the fucking stains in there. What are you gonna do? Why is it so? Oh, it's the fucking video. I was like, why do I look orange? Out with you, bitch. Peace. Anyways. Oh, that's weird. I mean, it might be useful if you're, like, looking for a clip or something you took. I could see how that, like, if you wanted to go back and find a clip or something, maybe. I don't know. Might be useful. You cleaned your house twice? Oh my god, why? Wait. Brittany, why did you have to clean it twice? I'm gonna load a bowl. I got some new weed because I went out yesterday, so I was like, why not? It's Faded Friday tomorrow. I'll pick up some fucking weed. Ouch. Trick is burying his bone already in the couch. Does anyone else have a dog that actually buries things? Because I do. And he's just gonna fucking, yep, he's just gonna tear up everything to bury a goddamn bone in the couch. Dogs, they're the best. I love them. Are you having a soup? A soup? This? It's coffee. Those little weird floaty things. It's a creamer I use. It's a dairy-free creamer. It's called Layered. I know it's a weird name, but it's coconut based. It's basically like a powder that's just powdered coconut fat. And I don't like creamer. Like, I like my coffee to taste like coffee. Let's put it that way. I'm not a creamer fan. Why is my mic being a dick today? I don't like sweet coffee or flavored coffee or anything like that. And this is the only dairy-free creamer I've ever found that does not alter the flavor of the goddamn coffee, but it prevents my ulcer from burning like the fires of hell. I have a really bad ulcer from college. And if I drink, I love black coffee, but if I drink straight black coffee, it makes my stomach burn. That's good. Makes my stomach burn like Dagobah, it's just terrible. So it doesn't do anything, but it, like, those little floaters, that's just like little balls of the creamer that are gross. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Good morning, Rod. How are you? Rod, wow. I already said good morning, Rod. I meant to say good morning, Robo Blake. Good morning, Robo Blake. I don't know why that happened. I mean, this is why dogs are the best. You can cheers with your vape? Hell yeah. I'll pack a bowl, Yoshi. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you, Holmes. Holmes. I almost called you Holmes. Yeah, I got some new weed. Ow. It's not, dude. I just have raked. There's one knot right here. I can feel it. Like, it feels like a growth in my fucking trap. And I just sit here and rake it all day long. Weed. Oh, your parents are getting another dog? Oh my god, that's so exciting. Are they gonna get a puppy? I did, Brittany. I got a couple new strains. So let me show you. I got Infinity and Beyond. It's literally called Infinity in Beyond. By Veritas. It is. I think it's an indica. Yeah, it's an indica. It's a mix of Pluto and London Pound Cake 75. London Pound Cake's one of my favorite strains ever. I very rarely see it. I love London Pound Cake. It says it's called Infinity and Beyond. Pairs well with Pizza Planet. There you go. In Veritas, we trust. The terpene profile is myrcene, B-caryophyllene, and limonene. And then I got. So I went to the dispensary last night and I actually asked how to pronounce this because you know how I've just been calling it tickle. I was like, how do you pronounce that? Apparently, it's tikal. Why do we have to be so pretentious? I'm gonna call it tickle. So I got a couple tickles because they were on sale. I got apple tarts by Tickle, and I got OZ melon. They don't give you any information though. It's basically like THC percentage. Apple tarts is 23.7, and OZ melon is 19.1%. And then the other one I got is by the brand Malik's, and it's called Russian Cream. But I really like Malik's, and it is 27.33% THC. Let's grind up this one. I like grinding up the bags because I feel like once you open them, they go bad faster than the jars. You're sick of, I mean, maybe you need to like sit back and, think about why you smoke. Like, are you just like smoking to smoke at this point? You know? They're going to get a puppy. I need that companion in my life. We deserve dogs. Everyone deserves dog love in their life, 100%. And like there is something so special about puppies. Oh my God. I mean, they're a lot of work. Anybody that's had a puppy can tell you that. But man, the bonding that happens between you and your dog when you get a puppy, it's just amazing. It's fucking childproof packaging. It's so stupid. I mean, Mickey, that's what I would say. Like, I don't want to tell someone, like, stop smoking weed then. Like, I'm better than you or I'm smarter than you. But I've been there where I'm just kind of like, it hasn't happened to me forever because I've gotten used to having weed around me all the time. But at first, it was like, it was there. Like, when I first moved here, I just had weed all the time. It's 1 mile down the road legal. Like, it was just there. So I would literally wake up, smoke, and just smoke all day long. And at a certain point, you're not really feeling it anymore. Like, at least for me, I feel like I get to a certain level of high and I'm just there. And if I push it, I'm just going to get sleepy and tired. And so, I don't know, I just stopped, like, smoking first thing in the morning. That was a big thing for me because it's like, with weed, for people that don't smoke weed, I'm pretty sure this happens to most people who do smoke weed, but, like, when you smoke a bowl, for, like, an hour, you're going to be fairly stoned. And then the next hour, you're still high, but it's the come down and you get sleepy. So if you stop, like if you only smoke one bowl and then you just stop smoking, you're going to get really like yawny in like 2 hours, yawny, like really tired. So I would keep smoking to prevent that. But then I was literally just smoking constantly. Whereas I'd rather like take my baby hits and actually feel it when I smoke, as opposed to just maintaining some bogus high all day. Does that make sense? That's just me personally though. Like I never want to like come off pretentious like I'm better than or something, you know? Oh my God, Brittany, can you imagine? Jesus fuck. Smoking yourself sober is a thing. I find if I smoke the same strain all the time, I smoke myself immune to it. Yeah, that can happen. It's always good to take a step back. It helps you put your priorities in order again. 100%. Yeah. I mean, for me, because I stopped just waking up and immediately smoking weed, I just put other things in its place. It's not like I just sit around staring at my bong wishing I was smoking weed. I just started I like made a different routine in the morning. But like on days off when I'm not sitting and I'm up doing, I sometimes don't smoke until dinner. Like I literally stay sober all day because I just don't think about it. It's mostly like an oral fixation because I'm constantly looking for stimulus because I'm really ADHD. But on top of that, it's very much so it's like a boredom thing. It helps me sit still. But if I don't need to sit still, and that's not saying I'm like forcing myself not to smoke pot. I literally don't even think about it all day. The whole day goes by and suddenly it's 5 p.m. and I'm like, God, I'm going to sit and smoke a bowl. But like, I don't know. That worked for me. It might help you, honestly. Becoming immune or having it affect less is totally a thing. 100%. I mean, it's literally when you're high all the time, that becomes your new normal. So you're smoking to be normal instead of just smoking to be a little stoned and funny, you know? And so you're not going to feel it because it's your normal. Being stoned is your normal. You know what I mean? Whereas for as much weed as I smoke, I absolutely know when I'm smoked. When I'm smoked, when I'm stoned, it's not my normal. Like I don't smoke before I go out of the house. I don't feel like I need to like fucking toke up before I go do errands or something like that. That is no shame on anyone else who has anxiety and otherwise though, in any way, shape, or form. This is just my personal bullshit. One of my friends was like, she wanted a baby cow, and I told her a baby cow turns into a big cow, and big cows eat a lot of hay. Dude, feeding cattle. Good morning, David. I can't even imagine. No, thank you. You could get a Yanni, maybe. Yeah, caffeine. I mean, that's me with caffeine, honestly. I don't, I know when I drink too much caffeine. Like, I can feel it. But caffeine, it doesn't, like, wake me up. Oh, was mine muted? What? What? Are my notifications muted? Hold up. Let's fix that. Thank you for letting me know. Um, I forgot. It's gone. You think the severed hand in the background could use some fabulous nail art? You know, I've honestly considered it. I have a bunch of fake nails. Like, I bought a kit of literally like the fucking fake nails they put on you at the salon because way back in the day, I think you guys remember this. This was like a year ago. One of my dogs shut my fucking finger in the door and it cracked my real like my fingernail down the middle, like to the to the quick. And so I looked up online and everybody was like, this is how you do it. This is how you get your nail to grow back normal. Get one of those fucking fake nails and you super glue it on to the cracked nail and you let it grow out with that fake nail on it. Like you could chip the nail. You don't have to sit there with like one dragon nail. You can cut it and stuff. But it helps keep the nail together so it will like grow solid. So I have a whole kit of fake nails. It's just like one nail is missing. I don't fucking wear fake nails, but it did work. Oh, it was David. It was so weird. It's like I didn't really think about the pressure you put on your finger all the time. Like we do this, you know, you just put pressure on your finger and it's exerting that pressure onto your fingernail. And when the fingernail's cracked in half, oh, huh, it feels like literally like an alien's chest bursting out of your finger. It was really painful, but the fingernail helped so much because it literally just created a new nail on top. And I just cut it as it grew. It was really helpful. I'm packing. I'm here. I'm here. I'm queer and let's cheers. Yeah. I don't think I didn't get any more new weed. Nope. I just grabbed a couple because I was out. Why not? My joy is driving here right now. My mom's coming in for the weekend. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you so excited? Are you guys gonna do anything? Oh, Zoe. What is Zoe? What is that? Oh, I forgot about that. Why am I like that? Cheers, that. Cheers. uh, what did I grind up? Oh, it was the Malix. It's Russian cream. Nastorovia. I'm loading up the page right now. Streamlabs might be fucked up because I noticed my activity feed in Twitch isn't updating at all either. And usually, even if there's no sounds, because Streamlabs is being a douche, that updates and I can still see things that are happening, and none of it's on there. So let me check. Sorry. Hell, that's some strong weed. Yep. Yep. Don't be a dick. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm very impatient with the internet. Don't get the stop. Are they muted? Mm. They're not muted. What in the fuck? I don't know. It really should be working. Nothing's muted. So maybe something's going on with Streamlabs, I guess. Unless it's my GoXLR being a cock ass. Hold on. No. Hmm. No, it should totally be working. That's really weird. Hmm. Must be Stream Elements, excuse me. Stream Elements must be down or something. Weird. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that's happening. I really apologize. I've never tried weed, but been debating trying it to help with my glaucoma. Oh, it's literally prescribed in the States for glaucoma. Um, if you try time, please come and ask us about it first. I'm not gonna like inundate you with advice until you're ready, but there are certain things that like everybody fucks up when they want to try weed for some reason because people think they're smarter than stoners. Everybody thinks stoners are stupid, but we are full of a wealth of knowledge on how to not fuck up your day. And it's crazy. People will like, try edibles for the first time instead of smoking and be high for 36 hours and want to die. Smoking is a 2-hour high maximum. Like it's just there's little things here and there. I could definitely help you have a positive experience and not fucking feel like you're gonna rock your brain out. Thank you, Zoe. Let me read this. CK, I've already told Gizmo Daddy, but I've been in a dicking down recession for so long, and you've raised my interest rates. Will you be my dick lender of last resort to help restore my gross domestic dick product to dick supply and dick demand equilibrium? Ooh, ooh. Yes. Viper Sniper, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive and giving it any swings. I apologize, there's no alert. I don't know why they're muted. I got nothing. It's very strange. I apologize, but thank you very much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and being my friend for a very fucking long time. That's a shit ton of months. I'm gonna try one more thing. I have an idea. Excuse me. Nothing. Interesting. I mean, it's not muted, so it's got to be the website, right? It can't be me, right? Nothing's muted. It should all be copacetically working. So I don't know. I really don't know. It's so weird. I'm sorry. That sucks. I get like a weed hangover the day after I smoke. So, yes. I can't it's been so fucking long since the first time I smoked or since I didn't smoke like every day. So it's been a really, really long time since I had a hangover. However, yes. And it's usually because of severe dehydration and heavy sleeping from weed. Like the CBD in weed will make you like super, super. How long ago did you smoke weed? Like when was the last time you smoked and it gave you that effect? Just curious. If it was it like legal bud or was it like old school bud? Oh, thank you, Viper. I like the alerts because then I know something happened. It's very strange. I can't hear them right now. Hmm. I guess we just that's life. That's life. A couple months ago, it was legal. It was vape pen. Oh, vape pen. Okay, it might be vape pen. So this is another huge thing. So a lot of like I didn't even know this. So no, this is not like common knowledge. But the all the different variations of ways that you can consume weed will completely fuck you up in different ways, i.e., edibles, vape, uh, dabs, flower. Flower is the bud, this shit, the good that's sealed. That was a terrible example, but you know what I mean. Flower is just like the bud. So oh man, if Sinus comes in, I'll ask him. He's actually like in the industry. He makes dabs for a living. He can explain it way better than I can. But the process to extract the THC oil for a vape pen out of weed does something to the terpene profile and removes a lot of the essence that gives you a stony feeling, and you're only sleepy. Just for my personal like experience to give you, I don't use vape pens. I don't even get high from them. I just get sleepy. Like I tried. I moved to Colorado and I was like, sick. Like vape pens would be really cool. They're way more portable. They seem kind of nice and convenient, and they don't smell as much. And you're not like lighting shit on fire all the time. I don't get high like at all. Like I've tried them all, everything, packs, all the nice brands of them. I don't feel shit. I just get kind of like slow. Also, my eyes don't get bloodshot ever unless I smoke a vape pen or take edibles. And it's all just the different ways your body metabolizes it. Really? Um, I couldn't tell you like physiologically how it's affecting you differently though, because weed. That's the thing with weed. Like I feel like a lot of people want to generalize how it's gonna affect people. Like on all these weed jars, it'll be like alleviate, or what does this one say? Oh, that one says nothing. That was here. Yeah, it says alleviate, tranquil, unwinding, dreamy. This could make you feel like you're on crack. Everybody's different. Like everybody's body is so different. Um, but I know a lot of people don't jam with vapes because they just don't do anything other than kind of they're good at for like I have a vape. I tried them all, so I have a couple vape pens, and I keep them in my purse for if I'm like out for an extended period of time and I get anxious for some reason. They definitely take the edge off, but I in no way feel a cerebral high from a vape like I do taking a hit off a bong. When you take a hit off of a pipe or a bong or whatever, when you're just smoking flower, you're actually lighting on fire, you're going to get an instantaneous cerebral high, and it's maximum going to last about 2 hours. In about an hour is your like good, like I'm really fucking high right now. And then the last hour is when it's going to be the come down and you start to get very sleepy. So all I can think of is with vapes is it's staying in your system a lot longer, so that sleepiness is hitting you the next day. Because that still happens to me. If I start smoking and then just stop, I'll start yawning a bunch. I mean, the labels are a joke. Nothing's regulated because they won't even let them test it. Hold on, I missed a message. Okay, Katie, for today's dog tax, there are two things. Oh my God. Want the heroic but touching one first, or the funny one? Funny? I don't really know how to do that in order. I'm just going to say funny because I don't know. Flower burns my lungs. So that's the thing. So fun, like the one, I guess, feature, I don't know, the most dangerous, quote, hard quotes, aspect of smoking pot is the excessive exposure of heat to the mucous membranes of your throat. So you're not a freak. Everybody's throat is burning when we smoke pot. When I try to teach people how to smoke weed responsibly, and safely, because we don't want to abuse weed. We don't want to go out there burning our throats up and giving these psychos a reason to call weed crack again. I usually suggest to people, if you want to smoke flower, smoke it in the way that will cool the smoke down the absolute most. So I smoke out of a big fat bong with freezing cold water in it every day. Like this is brand new freezing cold water. I wash this thing every day because this egg is huge. This pull of smoke is about what I'm going to take in. So by the time I've filled this up with smoke, it's already all cooled. And by the time it hits my lungs, it's way cooler than whatever the fuck was burning in this. And the only reason we know this, because again, weed is still like, the class, whatever, heroin to the government, is that I think it's anthropologists. We looked at this last time because I couldn't remember what the field of study is. Studying ancient civilizations, ancient cultures, paleoanthropology or something like that. Anyways, we've looked at ancient cultures in cold regions, like northern regions of the world, and their average lifespan is only like 45 because they have enormous rates, like exponentiated rates of esophageal cancer. Because in order to attain water, they had to melt it. In order to eat, they had to cook it or melt it because most of the time everything they kept would freeze. They were like, we're talking northern. And that excessive constant exposure of boiling hot liquids to the throat caused esophageal cancer. So correlationally, we can look at that and say, so far, there's nothing in the marijuana plant that can kill you. You can get so high you want to die, but you're not going to die. However, the heat correlation could be a problem. But again, we have no, like, they won't let us study it because the government still considers it fucking heroin. It's crazy. It's stupid. Schedule 1, right? Is that what it's called? The Schedule 1 or something? I always forget the damn word. Yeah, there's bongs. I mean, there's some crazy bongs out there just for funsies. If you ever want to look at them, they have bongs nowadays that have a coil of like a fluid, like a coolant fluid around the entire bong, and you crack the bong in half, put that part in the freezer overnight, stick it on, and it stays like freezing cold all day. It's crazy. You can get really wild with it. I just got lucky. I didn't get this for that purpose. I got this from Hemper just because it was cute and I like Yoshi. But it just so happens to be like the most epic bong. I mean, it's just cool. It's not. It cools the smoke down really, really well without being some ridiculously huge bong that's gonna rock my world every time I hit it. Does that make sense? Like you would think, in order to get a big tank to cool the smoke down enough, you would be like taking these fucking like multiple breath hits and just like dying, but not at all. It's really nice. They have a lot of bongs though. But seriously, if you ever want to smoke, like the cooler the better. And you're not going to be sitting there coughing the first 30 minutes of your nice high, which is nice. You know, I've said here 1,000 times, the greatest disservice the medical class has done in the past 50 years was embracing the anti-tobacco fight without making that clear. The greatest risk by far involved in smoking anything is temperature, 100%. It's literally in consuming anything that's going to touch your throat is temperature. That's facts. You shouldn't be drinking coffee over 160 degrees. You shouldn't be drinking anything, soup over 160 degrees. I think it's, oh man, there's a specific temperature. It's like if you have chronic exposure of over this temperature to the mucous membrane of your throat, it will die. Like you'll have necrotic tissue in your throat. I can't remember the exact temperature though. I'll have to look it up. Scary though, right? Like it's worth, it's worth talking to a pothead. I hate when people are like, I'm just going to do it on my own. And then they go off and tell all their friends about their horrible adventure on edibles. And you're just like, shut up. Shut up. Also, dirty bongs. This is true. So if you smoke out of something that is filthy, so like a pipe that's just lined with black resin or a black resin lined bong, you will cough your lungs out. So the reason you cough, it's fun science things. It's quick, I promise. You have your non-conducting airways, i.e., your esophagus, trachea, and bronchial tubes, are lined with millions, hundreds of billions of innumerable microscopic, tiny little hair wiggly worms called cilia that are constantly doing this, and that is what catches dust from the air that we're breathing in and slowly moves it up. So when you're talking and you're like, and you cough up a loogie, you were breathing dust for quite some time and your body got it out. That's what those do. So, the thing about like smoking weed versus cigarettes is cigarette smoke, I don't know why, but for some reason it paralyzes the cilia. So that's why cigarette smokers don't cough after the first couple puffs of a cigarette, like their first cigarette ever. Obviously, smokers don't cough, but that's why they don't cough. And it can take up to 7 weeks after your last smoke of a cigarette for all of those cilia to wake back up again. Which is why a lot of cigarette smokers first thing in the morning, like just cough for an hour and spit up like black shit because all night long they were shallow breathing and those cilia are still paralyzed. They don't just paralyze when you smoke a cigarette. They're paralyzed for the next like 7 weeks. Weed doesn't do that, which is good, but also means we're going to cough our fucking lungs up every time. Like I still cough. The cilia are fighting for us. I too am a mucus farm cake. I feel you spiritually. I wouldn't do it either, Brittany. It's fucking gross. I don't want pneumonia. Oh, Cal. No, my dad died of esophageal cancer. Shit is fucking rough. I worked in a surgical unit forever. It's honestly kind of nuts how fucking common esophageal cancer is. Common? How frequently I saw it? I never heard about it. Like, I guess maybe just no one in my family has had esophageal cancer. So that's why, personal experience, you can't generalize. Work in the hospital. I mean, it was like every other patient had fucking esophageal cancer. It's crazy. And not just from smoking cigarettes, like from just life. It's wild. Mucous membranes, my dudes, they are fragile shits. And the problem with like your throat is that your mouth is also a mucous membrane on the inside, but your teeth and your chewing and your swallowing and your saliva are constantly shedding layers of that skin off and producing new layers, but nothing like that's happening in your throat. So it's very delicate, you know? Is it 140? Small, I'm gonna write that down. I don't want to remember that. So Small looked it up. Thank you very much. So chronic, and by chronic means you are exposing your throat to this temperature often enough that your body doesn't have time to fix the damage. That's what chronic means. Chronic is it's going on so often your body is not able to fix anymore. Because your body can literally fix a lot of shit. It's incredible. But if you're, over and over and over, your body needs some time, So chronic exposure of anything over 140 degrees to the mucous membranes of your throat is highly, highly correlated with extremely high rates of esophageal cancer. And really, we don't want to fuck with any cancer. But getting cancer from pot? Like, I don't think so, motherfuckers. Got it. Thank you. Chronic, something you have to live with, and it's permanent. Oh, God, that's so sad. Yeah. So, like, all the people in chat with genetic conditions are all chronics. Having bad eyesight is a chronic thing. It's true. So your body can't fix it. Isn't that weird? That's such a weird thing. Like, your body can fix so many things, but, like, eyes, teeth, meh. It's just kind of weird to think about. I'm chronically hot. I'm chronically cold. The cell regeneration, yeah, it's your skin cells. Like, our skin does that too. We have constant, like, I think it's on average, because it slows down when you're old and it's a lot faster when you're younger, but on average, every 7 years, you have, like, almost a new body. You've shed all the cells that were 7 years ago and pooped. Like, only 30% of your poop is actually food. The other 70% is sloughed off dead blood cells, dead skin from the inside of your body, stomach lining, all sorts of shit, no pun intended. Jack D's, my alerts are muted. Nobody knows why. We think the website's fucked up, but thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a name to swings, motherfucker. How you doing? Hail Satan, bitch. Oh, yeah, you can, I think, would you call it cured, Fremery? I don't know. Every time I feel like it's like, if a chronic condition, it's like solved. Because most people with chronic conditions, it's like they can't even. Yeah, me too. No, I was just thinking like curing a chronic condition. It's more like they're figuring out what's causing the chronic condition. I don't know. Cure just felt final. I was just trying to think of a different word from cure, but no, I agree with you. Things like a lot of the time, a lot of chronic conditions are caused by something, and you search for that thing for so many years. And when you find that thing, the chronic condition is solved or healed or whatever you want to say. Like 80% of the population has HPV. Oh, yeah. Slight consolation for those with bad eyesight. If you wear contacts or glasses, by some definitions, you're considered a cyborg. Word on that. I saw a GIF, not a GIF. It was like a meme on Instagram this morning, and it said, because you blink, technically you've never seen a full movie. You're welcome. I don't know, because you can grow out of asthma. But I don't know, is chronic, I don't know, man. That's a tough question. Because I know a lot of people, you can grow out of asthma. You can also develop asthma, like in adulthood. Some people will go their entire life, and suddenly they're 65 and they have asthma for no reason. Yeah, it can happen. Cocky, you can absolutely grow into asthma. If you feel like you literally have asthma, please go talk to a doc. Seriously. You can develop that. It's kind of like food allergies. You can just develop it later in life. For I mean, it doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It just happens. You can have a chronic condition that get cured, and you can have chronic bacterial infection. Yeah, that's true. Like, oh God, C. diff. Those poor creatures. C. diff is the worst. Oh, imagine just peeing out your butt forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Did you know nicotine compared to caffeine is caffeine raises your heart rate, but not your blood pressure, but nicotine raises both, so you can cause blood pressure and heart problems. Interesting. I didn't know that, actually. That is really interesting. I'm an adult that developed asthma. No shit. Was it caused by something? Like, that you were aware of, like an allergy or something? I'm just curious. Your psyche has total control of your body. If you make it believe something, dude, it's Brittany, brains scare me. Like I have accurately brainwashed myself just playing fucking brain games on myself. Fucked up, but it works. Brains suck. It's kind of like the fake it till you make it kind of thing. Andy didn't get diagnosed with asthma until his 30s. Did he feel like he had it when he was a kid? Or was it like it just came on in his adulthood? I'm always curious because just like we don't know why. Other than you developed an allergy later in life that's causing the bronchospasms. But asthma's kind of it's as prevalent as it is, and we all know asthma, we all know the kid with the inhaler, it's still kind of a mystery disease process in the body, in the terms that it can just like show up in childhood and then go away, or it can just show up in adulthood and then go away. Like it's mind-boggling. Currently, Jack is trying to be less of a fat ass. Oh God, I jumped on the scale and I was basically 330 pounds, so it was past due. Is that not? I wouldn't judge a weight. I never know what people's comfortable weight is. Been operating on calorie deficit for 3 weeks. Holy shit! Oh my God, you've lost so much. But man, I hate to say this, but penis people lose weight so easily. I hate you so much for it. I feel like if someone opens a jar of peanut butter within 30 miles of me, I don't fit in my clothes tomorrow. But like Zach decides to drink a glass of water and drops 50 pounds. I just don't understand it. It's so unfair. My mom says I'm crazy for thinking it. My grandma had asthma pretty badly. Mine is more exercise induced. Dude, that's real. I mean, so the biggest, defining feature of asthma is the wheezes in the bronchial tubes. So I'm sure I've told you guys this. We have patients that come into the ER all the time to fake asthma, and they'll sit there and they'll be like, "I'm having an asthma attack." So here's the thing. If I can hear a wheeze coming out your mouth, that means whatever's causing it is above your vocal cords. Stop it. But that is the defining feature. So if you know anyone who has a stethoscope, like school nurse, hit them up when you're feeling shitty and get her to listen on your back, these low parts of your lungs, like the low down, like pointy parts of the bronchial tubes. Because what asthma is doing, the modality of asthma, is that it is causing your bronchial tubes, the non-conducting airways delivering oxygen to the lung tissue that actually conducts oxygen CO2 transfer. They do many things. Asthma has many different modalities, but most of the time it is quivering, creating mucus, and collapsing. And it can be caused by literally, some patients can tell me it is one very specific perfume in the world. And they just have to be aware that if someone walks by them wearing that perfume, they're going to go into an asthma attack. And that's it. And we can't identify it. Like, it's so individual on people's personal bodies. But the overarching is we must hear wheezes, like whistling wheezes in the deep parts of the bronchial tubes. That is asthma is like serious enough to worry about. Maybe get an inhaler or something like that. Because what happens is when at the bronchial tubes, if you look at a picture of lungs, it's all that branching little wigglies in the lung tissue. If they're quivering or spasming or full of mucus or collapsing, then they are not delivering oxygen to that lobe of lung. You see the problem? So what happens with an asthmatic is the reason the wheeze starts to happen is they start sucking air a lot harder than they should because one of their lobes of lungs is literally not getting oxygen anymore. So they start going trying to take these huge breaths because they subconsciously can feel it. It's not a collapsed lung. It's different. But it can be very life-threatening, and it's serious. It's one of those things that's kind of like been made a joke in movies, but asthma's serious. You want to get that shit checked out. Don't be ashamed of it, like for real. I think he developed it because of work. He's a contract construction worker, so long-term exposure. That's my dad. Oh my God. Dude, Sarah, I should take a fucking video of my stepdad breathing next time I go home and just like send it to you. You might love it. He works construction. He's worked construction literally since he was like 17. And he welds. And back in the day they didn't wear any protective equipment, and he just he just sounds like gravel is in his lungs all the time. Like, I think I'm a mucus farm. I have no idea. Nonstop all day. Constant. And it's just the shit he breathed for so many years sitting in there. If you can breathe, you're not having an asthma attack. Word. The sounds I hear in Andy's chest when he's having a tough time is scary. That's my dad. You can hear it. Oh my God. He's so gross about it though. Like my stepdad, he's very much like me in that he doesn't give a fuck anymore. So like if we all look at him because he's like and coughs up some, you can like hear him choking up a loogie. He'll just look at you and go, if you can strain it through your teeth, you got to eat it. This is what created me. I just want to throw that out there. This is what created me. Mine only perks up around cigarette smoke, dust, and 5 minutes after exercise. No shit, it's exercise induced. That sucks. That's really common, to be fair. I mean, it's really, really common, exercise induced asthma, because we don't have very high quality air these days. It's not the best anymore. Medieval melody with that 43 months. My alerts aren't working. But thank you for subbing to the class, giving the class 11, giving an A to Swings Lover. I appreciate you. Andy's constantly hacking and spitting mucus out. His asthma isn't as bad since one of our dogs passed away. Oh, so it was dog dander too. And we don't have as much dog hair. Yeah, that's my step. Oh, God. You're in for it, girl. You're in for it, man. The spitting and stuff, it's just like non-stop. And my mom's an RT. So, of course, she just sits on the other side of the couch from him and he goes, do your inhaler. Do you need a treatment? You're disgusting. Like, she just like evil eyes him all day. It's fucking gnarly. You can get chronic high blood pressure from putting on a lot of weight and then have the chronic high blood pressure resolve itself by losing weight. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. But if you have a congenital heart defect that raises your blood pressure, yeah, you can't get rid of it without some ongoing medical intervention. Absolutely. And I think I've been thinking about it. Like maybe chronic means it's something that kind of has to solve itself almost. It's not like medical intervention does not solve a chronic issue. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's when we start defining it as chronic, maybe? I really don't know. We really don't use that word often in the hospital because it's kind of like the word toxic. It's too fucking liberally thrown around for people to take it seriously. Oh, no shit. Chronic just means long lasting. I'm going to look up a definition because I feel like, I don't know. There's words, there's a lot of, I mean, you probably know from anybody that works in medicine, there's a lot of medical diseases that start with chronic. So I've never even really sat to think about the word. It's just like, you have chronic this, you have chronic that, because that's just the name of the disease. I feel a little dumb for it. I'm going to look it up. We're going to read about chronic. Because I really don't know. One of those, do you ever do that? One of those weird words that like it's been in your life for a very long time, but you seriously just kind of didn't really pay attention to it? So according to Webster's, persisting for a long time or constantly reoccurring. Wow, I'm just burping, sorry. Persisting for a long time or constantly reoccurring. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's not necessarily forever. Sick. Oh, CDC, perfect. Adam, thank you. Chronic diseases are defined broadly as conditions that last 1 year or more and require ongoing medical attention or limit activities of daily or both. Perfect. Daily living or both. Thank you. That's easy to remember. It's just a lot of names. Yeah, that's Fremery. I love the way you worded that. Chronic refers to the length it persists, not the etiology. I like that. Etiology, sorry. Etiology. Yep, I made a new word for you. No, I like that. That's a really good way to put it. I like, for me specifically, when people are able to like make a rule real short, like when Mickey, the Homo sapiens. Don't worry about it. I play like tricks on myself in my head to remember things, and little rules like that, like length, not etiology. That's all I'll remember when it comes to chronic. That's all I need. And my brain will remember the rest of everything we've talked today just by me like hyper focusing on that. Oh, the dog tax. Oh my fuck. Thank you. I pulled it up, but I didn't look at it yet. Thank you for reminding me. We should take a hit and look at the, oh my fuck. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I love dogs so much. They're everything. Sometimes I feel like the scientific community almost needs to move on from a word once the public gets a hold of it. Remember when meme was more of an academic term? Yes. I remember as a kid the scientific meaning and the comic meaning of the word theory being a thing. 100%. Yes. It's very weird. It's like OCD is a big one. ADHD, bipolar because of Kanye. Like if you're bipolar, you're instantaneous. Like the amount of times that just like casual people have made a comment about, my ex broke into my car last night, but he's a fucking bipolar freak. And I'm just standing there like, what? It's, yeah, it's, oh, yeah. I don't know how to put it, but I completely agree. It's almost like you have to keep them secret or something so people don't start making them cheapening them, you know? I gave up around the time the word literally became, oh my God, literally. Or you want to know one of my least favorites ever, Anubis? And this is just, I feel like the person who's like, it's actually GIF, not GIF, because that's how the man who invented it named it. I cannot fucking stand when people say legit. And I say it sometimes, and I hate myself for it. It's become part of it because it's so fucking prevalent. Legitimate. Legitimate. That's legit. Let's look at this adorable dog. If freak hadn't been used, wait, in which context though? Wasn't freak like something at a sideshow or something originally? Dude, I hate yeet is a very strange word. However, the yeetus fetus memes are just like so good. Nothing is funnier than yeetus the fetus. I mean, there's funnier things, but goddamn, is it funny? You know what I'm saying? Some funny shit. Oh, bipolar freak. Wow, I completely already forgot. Yeah, that was the thing. But it's happened multiple times. Like, people will use bipolar as the descriptor for someone who did something horrible to them. And I want to be like, are they actually bipolar? But then they'll probably know instantaneously I am, because I'm asking that. It's not nice. You don't know who you're in the room with. What if 3 of those people are actually bipolar, and on the inside, they're screaming and crying and laughing at the same time, and everything's horrible, and the top layer's floating, and they hear you say, oh, it's because you're a bipolar freak. Fuck yourself. Right? Like, I'm not going to throw a fetus. Throwing a fetus seems... I don't know. Like, it's... No matter what, it's intentional, but throwing... Like, I'm going to go throw a fetus. Doesn't have the same ring. Yeetus thine fetus, however. Many rings. All the rings to it. Let's watch a cute dog. Hold on. Wrong screen. Oh. Just ignore that. We're not going to talk about it, okay? Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a puppuccino. Stop it. Are they making dog treats? Look at that puppa. Oh, my God. This is almost abuse. Wait. What did they just put in? Wait. What the fuck was that? They didn't just put raisins in that, did they? Are dried fruits okay for dogs? You did. You yeetest two fetusted this from thine hoo-ha. You did. Moms are yeetest pros. But cranberries are okay? Okay, I mean, I assumed, Mickey, but I saw the sprinkle, and I mean, if you didn't read that, doesn't that look like raisins? I'm not totally wrong in thinking that look like raisins, right? Like, I really thought this was going to be a joke or something. Anyways, sorry. Moral of the story, dogs should not go anywhere near grapes, raisins, or onions, and garlic, and shallots, and anything in the onion family. You're welcome. Look at that popper. Oh my God. I'm gonna watch it one more time because look at that popper. Look at those eyes. Those eyes are so happy to be alive right now. Oh my God, I love him. Logitestus, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an anus swings.
My alerts are broken and I don't know why.
Thank you for being awesome. Sorry. I just let it go again. I fucking love dogs. All right, give me the hero. We're in dog mode. Give me that hero. We have another dog video. We call it the dog tax, but I mean, I think it's a tax none of us are upset about. Like, who's upset about the dog tax? Like, what's... Zamiro, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. My name is ClassyKatie. It's fabulous to meet you. Taking my breath away with the choice of my fucked up family today. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. But I don't wear pants. Well, I stream, therefore I invite you to do the same. Embrace your goddamn nudity, mouth lover. Every hole is a gold and yours is golden. I'm sorry I burped. Yes! Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. I love dogs. Same melody. Like, I'm not one to go get myself in trouble with taxes, but... Oh my god, what a beautiful dog. But what happened? Oh, I knew it was something. Okay, just a forewarning to anyone that is super emotional like myself. This is a beautiful, perfect pupper who's perfect in every way and survived a house fire. I'll read the caption first, but the pupper does have damage on its face, just in case that's something you can't handle. I respect it. But the pupper's alive and fine. So it's not like we're watching John Wick, where just puppies get stomped. Anyways, this is Taka. Taka, T-A-K-A. Taka. He suffered severe burns in a house fire in 2018, made a very miraculous full recovery, and was adopted by the vet who saved him. He was homeless too, though? Oh, I would have done worse than John Wick, honestly. I probably would have burned the whole world down. I don't know how well I would handle a puppy being stomped. John Wick, I mean, I do not condone violence. I don't like it. I think yelling is stupid. I hate it. However...
How the fuck ever?
You harm a puppy in front of me, and we're going to have issues. Look at the dog! That's a I mean, honestly, I think that's a beautiful dog. It's horrific that that's scars, but it created, like, a Rorschach, really cool mask. That's a hero dog right there. That's amazing. Fuck yeah, Cake. Same. Pax!
My alerts are broken and nobody knows why. Thank you for gifting subs.
Thanks for gifting 5 subs in the chat, Pax. What up, homie? I was talking about you earlier. Were your ears burning? How are you? Hold on. M. Lasik, Shadowcon, Gothic Mess, Silent T, and Duck Yours. You're all but wizards of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier than pure, sober consent. You're welcome. Look at it. This dog survived a... So, Pax, if you just came in, not to scare you with an injured dog, but this is the post. This is Taka. He suffered severe burns in a house fire in 2018, made a miraculous full recovery, and was adopted by the vet who saved him, which means he was homeless. But now he has the best life ever. Ever. Logitestus, thank you so much for gifting us up on my channel. Galaga Pilot, use a bow wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every fucking way. Oh, he has a job. Stop it. Where? Wait, let's get through the pictures and then I'll scroll the thing. Look at all the burns, though. This poor puppo. Dogs are too perfect for this world. I cannot. Oh, for severe burn victims? Stop it. He's a therapy dog for burn victims. You're going to make me bawl my eyes out this early? Shut the fuck up. Robo, it's totally cool. Dude, you can always ask, like, hey, why are we looking at this burned dog? This dog survived a fire, was adopted by a vet, and is now a therapy dog for burn victims. Can you just think of anything cuter in the world? Because I can't. Stop. No. Who's the best boy in the whole world, though? Is it that boy? Because it might be. Cute. Before I knew what this dog's job was, I already thought the dog would have the best life in the world because a vet adopted him. This dog literally has the job of being pet by people who need affection more than anyone in the world. Can you think of a better life for a precious doggo? Because I can't. Sorry about that music. I just realized I was still screaming in the background. Yeah, that I'm struggling the tears back right now. I'm just gonna not just old balls, old balls, old balls, old balls, old balls, old balls, old balls. I'm good. Oh my god. Look his poor ears. I just like as happy as I am for this puppo, I just cannot fathom a fucking this the one Rod, I kept trying to click your link and it wouldn't let me click it. You've been overlinked, apparently. Apparently Mickey can get links through, but not you. Hold on. We have to make it through the burn doggo, but now I've got Gizmo. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Sometimes when I click links in chat, they don't pull up. I don't know what it is. Even though they're totally clickable. I don't know if it's me or chat. It's probably me. User error. It's probably me. Me and that dog would have an instant bond. Do you have you been burned before, Nick? Like serious burns? Not to like pry, but just curious. I've had some horrific burns in my life, but nothing like that. Like I've had like full arm steam burns and stuff, but oh god, I can't even fathom. Hold on, we have to scroll these because there's more puppo. There's another puppo with someone with a broken leg. I don't even know who this puppo is, but does it matter? Does it mean we can't celebrate this puppo? I don't think so. I think we can celebrate the puppo. Gizmo with the butt. We showed it yesterday again, Rod. Like I watched it for another 15 minutes with chat. I think 90% of the views on that are me, and I apologize. I can't. It's so funny. Like that video, I downloaded it to my computer because that's gonna be a video when I'm having a hard day. I open it to bring me out of the slump. It just is so fucking cute. Gluttony just gifted a sub to Oh my god, the deciduous pines though. Thank you for gifting a sub to deciduous pine. Deciduous pine use about wizard of the highest order. How's it feel to be needleless? Barzoi. Is this a Barzoi? I was thinking Greyhound, but now that you say Barzoi, all that coloring screams Barzoi. I think you're right. Barzois are amazing dogs. I always cheer for them whenever I watch the AKs. My family's never celebrated Thanksgiving traditionally. We get together with family and shit, but we usually just watch the dog show, like the big old AKC dog show, and we pick the cute breeds and root for them. I do root for a pug every fucking year. Fight me. The alerts aren't working, Yoshi. I've tried to turn them on all day. I think there's something's buggered up with Stream Elements because I looked on the website. They're not muted or anything. I even re-added like the source and everything at the beginning of stream. I don't know, and I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it though. Fax just gifted 5 subs in the channel. You silly fuck. Thank you. You are a generous bee. I appreciate you. Shattered Saint, Fife Cat, Parachute TV, C. Nemois, and Fester. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier than pure, sober, consensual everything. It's just facts. Happy Pride, y'all. Your bird? Wait, what? Also, after Gizmo, I have one of the most beautiful things in the world to show you. Okay, let's look at Gizmo real quick while I have it up. Yeah, I'm a little upset Cake hasn't seen the horses. Rude. This is my pupper. This is my special boy. He's my void boy. Oh, we need to take a break. Let's take a quick break. Break! We haven't taken a break today yet. I should stand and stretch my neck muscles. Ish. Oh my god, that gif of me is on my computer. Oh, stop it. Those horses are so beautiful. Exmoor ponies? Cute. They're just... Whew. I wonder what makes them a pony instead of a horse, because they look pretty darn good sized. Just like scientifically, is it a different family? You would know more than I do. For real. I don't know shit. I don't know shit about shit. I love animals, but I am not intelligent in them. Oh, it's just a term? Okay. Oh my god, I just had to Google search them real quick because they are fucking beautiful. Oh my god. They are a stunning breed of horse. I mean, you guys know I used to be a horse girl. I now respect them from afar for reasons. But damn, what a cool horse. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a cool video of one for the break. Hmm. Sure. I'm gonna mute it because I never know what'll play. But here's some cute ponies. I'll be right back. He's guarding his buried bone like a fucking weirdo back there. He wouldn't even come outside with us. Like Lil went outside, peed, did her thing. Trick, the guardian of the couch. Such a dork. I love him, but he's a dork. Those ponies are fucking gorgeous, man. Ooh, Mickey. Yes, thank you. Hell yes. Let me pull him up on the right monitor this time. Oh, they're endangered. That's why they're. I assumed they were at least threatened, and that's why they were rewilding them, which is amazing. Now that's a species that you can rewild, unlike the wolves that they keep releasing down here for some fucking reason. They're like, oh, there's too many something. Let's put in some Canadian wolves that are not native here. Oh, now there's no more anything to eat. Now the wolves are dying. What do we do? Fuck if I know, bros. You did it. Fuck yourselves. I hate when people do that shit. It's weird. The wolf, I just don't understand. Like, why are we taking a foreign wolf and putting it? I don't know, man. Is it just me? Cheers, bitch. Oops. I got the ponies. Oh, they're so pretty. Yes. Today's pony day. My best friend when I was really little, way before the horse accident, when I was still like insanely into horses, she had a pony named Biscuit, and it was such a fucking dick. I got all three. I got them. That's what I was literally just clicking through them because I have this add-on for YouTube that blocks autoplay. But also, what will happen is like if I sit there and open multiple links, just I have like the scroll wheel. I can click on a link and it'll open as a new tab, but not go to that new tab. They won't load until I click the tab, like at all. And sometimes it'll just forget what the fuck it was if I leave it forever. So I have to go click through them all and open them. I did it. I got 3. I can't. I was trying to think of what they're called. It's not in Colorado. It's up in Washington and Oregon and Idaho, I believe, was the main areas. But people, wiped out the native wolf population because the wolves were like killing cattle and shit or something. And so I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys that are local up there, it was the elk population went out of control because they had no predator anymore. And what happens is when there's too many elk, they clear cut the land, and then there's just like sickly, weak, rotting, dead elk everywhere. Like this is a problem. And so they fucking like I don't even think we voted on it. It was years ago that they did it, but they introduced like a wolf from Canada to the area and it slaughtered every fucking possible. It's a type of wolf that it kills to kill, not just to eat. And there's no such thing as like an aggressive wolf that's planning things, but they do it territorially. So like the wolves, this pack of wolves, like a dad, mom, and some puppies might walk in your neighborhood and decide your neighborhood is now their territory, and they will kill all the dogs there just because that's their territory. And that's what they killed everything. Like there's so many endangered species in that area. It's crazy. But I don't remember the species. FYI, do not approach wild Exmoors and don't ever approach a wild animal. Stop it. Appreciate from afar. Just to asterisk this. They are wild. They don't give a shit about you, but the lead mare or stallion will defend if you're dumb and go at point blank range. Dude, if you've ever seen a zebra, like, go on a rampage, it's similar, I assume. I've seen that. I've seen a male zebra rip the baby coming out of the woman and kill it because it wasn't his. Horses don't fuck around. They got one toe, my dudes, and they learned how to use it. They actually don't. I think, well, no, they do. It's like one bone goes into that hoof. It's weird. They did that here in Indiana. Introduced coyotes that I was told came from the southwest United States. They aren't handling the winters here very well, and in some areas, they cause a lot of problems with people's chickens and certain other livestock. That was these wolves. It was crazy, and people kept blaming it on mountain lions, because mountain lions, like, they'll defend themselves, and if they're prowling around looking for food and a dog comes at them, they'll kill the dog but not eat the dog sometimes. And so they were blaming it on mountain lions, and so then all these people started going out hunting mountain lions or cougars, puma, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's the same animal. It's like the one panther in the United States, I think, still native. Are bobcats a panther? I'm talking like scientific. Mickey probably knows. I don't know. There's smarter people than me in chat about that stuff. Hi, Kendo. Thank you for the biddies. I appreciate you. That's why you fish pike with spoons. They see the fish, their brain says, fish, eat it, and fish on. Really? I never thought about that. I've never fished for pike, to be honest. Where I grew up, it was all walleye or trout, but the trout was shit. Because, I grew up on the Columbia, and it's technically a lake. It's Lake Roosevelt, but it's a river. It's a huge, miles and miles and miles long, moving lake. I guess a lake because it has a finite end. It's like a branch of the Columbia. But because it's lake freshwater, trout, I think they tend to be on the bottom, and they just eat mud and stuff. They taste like mud. They taste like warm lake water. They're just gross. But walleye is wonderful. No, am I wrong? Oh, correct me. Help. Educate me. They're shitty eating. Pickerel family are generally the best. So fish and wallies, dude, wallies are so fuck. We used to, I mean, I'm not like a rough and tumble, like rip the heart out of a buffalo and eat it, but we would fillet the fucking walleye and just cook it on the boat and eat it. It's so good. Just on its own. It's so like mild. Sammy, how are you? Oh my God, I fucking just pulled my bong over and didn't cheers. Sammy, we're about to cheers if you'd like to join us. How are you, love? It is. It's the lake behind it's the lake behind the Grand Coulee Dam. But it's so, I mean, how many miles is Lake Roosevelt? I don't even know. That's what I grew up on. But it's called Lake Roosevelt, but when you think of a lake, that is not what I grew up on. It's weird to think about. Hold on. How long is Lake Roosevelt? No. Apparently there's a couple Lake Roosevelts I didn't know. 151.6 mile long lake. So there you go. Call it a lake if you will. Thank you, Crimson. Crimson got it before me. Yeah. Call it a lake if you will. But that's that it's a river. It's like a mile wide river. Or it's many miles wide. It's really weird. So because it's behind the Grand Coulee Dam, which is like one of the major dams in Washington State, part of the year, the lake that's 151 miles long is so narrow you could like jump across it sometimes. I'm not even kidding you. Like you can jump across it. And then in the other half of the year, it's a couple miles wide, and it's because the dam controls the flow of water. So like I've talked about how where I grew up, we lived on that beach, and we had two islands, two like rock. They were called the French Rocks. Who the fuck named them? I don't know. Two like rock islands. They were, I mean, probably as big as my house. Very small islands. They were right in front of our house, and when the water went out, you could just walk up to the islands. Like we would just walk all over them, find like eagle nests and shit, and dead deer the eagles had killed and like carried onto the island. It was metal as fuck. Red snapper. I don't think I've ever fished for red snapper either. Is that freshwater or is that saltwater? I haven't done much saltwater fishing. I've literally only caught like flounder, and I've gone crabbing. Honestly, Mickey, everywhere in the world I've had trout has been better than Lake Roosevelt. And honestly, I think it's because even though it's like a super long river, it's not very deep, so it never really cools down. It's always like that warm, murky, which is why the trout are huge. I mean, they're huge and beautiful, but they don't taste very good. You got to do a lot of work to get them to taste very good, Cheers. Technically, Canada polluted Lake Roosevelt. Not even technically, they totally did. I can't remember how many years, but like a giant corporation right on the Canadian border just dumped 100% of their waste right into Lake Roosevelt because literally it would just go immediately into Washington State and not touch Canada at all. And so their country didn't notice because it wasn't affecting anyone there. And our country was like, hey, fuckers. I don't think they do it anymore, obviously, but it's like there's signs on every single boat launch on Lake Roosevelt that's like, eat one fish a week from this lake. I swam in it every day for many years. Where's my water? Oh no. I see it. Hold on. I left it on my little side thing. Hello, Jose. How are you, love? There's such a big dam when does the river transition to the lake? I'm trying to think what time of year it is. It's been I mean, this was when I was in high school. I'm trying to think what. So they dam up the water, and I think they let the dam down when the snow melts. Right, guys? So springtime, I think, is when the lake is huge. Like late winter, early spring, the lake is the most miles wide because they let the dam out because all the snow melt is coming off the mountains, and that's where it's going is Lake Roosevelt. And then they dam it to hold it in Lake Roosevelt, and it's slowly like, I think. It's been so many fucking years. I'm just trying to think, like, when we can walk to the islands, it's nice weather. So it's either summer or early fall. Literally, that's how I'm remembering what it is. Like, my friends and I used to walk out to the islands and smoke pot a lot. It was a great smoke spot. But I think it was always nice weather when we did that. So that's it. That's all I got. But I think that makes sense with the dam, right? It all has to do with snow melt because where Washington State is all mountains, it's got the big old Cascade Range going right down the middle of it. And pretty much all the west side depends heavily on snowmelt for any water availability. Like, for instance, Colorado, we have all the mountain. We have the vast majority of the Rockies that provide the snowmelt water to Arizona, California, and Nevada, which is all fed by like Lake Mead and otherwise. And the Hoover Dam, the Hoover Dam is what controls that. And this is fucking scary. I went to the Hoover. Let me grab my water real quick. My mother remind me Hoover Dam. Hoover Dam. Okay. I went on a tour of Hoover Dam years ago with an ex. Actually, I think it was the last time I went to Arizona because it was the year before my nana died. Really sad. But we got to tour the Hoover Dam, which is you're like Katie, you're touring a dam. It's epic. I mean, it's fucking phenomenal. It's one of the wonders of the world. This thing is so big. It's amazing. But what's really scary is when you go through they take you through all the little tunnels and stuff where the workers went, and you can peek out these little portholes that are in the walls of this massive dam. I don't know exactly how big it is. It's fucking huge. And you can see the stain on the dam where the water used to be and where it is now. And it's what is it? 500-meter difference or something. It's insane. Like the lack of, like the amount of snowfall melt we don't have anymore. I'll be fine in Colorado, but Nevada, Arizona, and California might die. Like if we don't have enough water, they don't get any water. You know what I'm saying? It's very scary. Speaking of, Montana's suffering a water thing right now. Something's going on in Montana. Like I heard about this on the news last night. Like Zach's hometown. They had like less than 24 hours left of fresh drinking water because of some catastrophe, and the state governor, senator, I don't know, someone that's in charge of this shit, like mysteriously just went on a vacation secretly with their wife and didn't tell anybody and didn't come back. Rain, remember those days? I miss the rains down in everywhere. Those were the days. The fish that migrate from saltwater to freshwater. Are there a lot of dams between saltwater and like in estuaries? Do we dam up estuaries? I guess probably because that's like salmon, right? Don't salmon do that? That's a big Washington thing. I assume. I mean, I've never seen it. I don't know why. Why would they dam between saltwater and freshwater? But I mean, it's got to happen. People are stupid. Oh, I see what you're saying. So they'll dam up the river, but the fish have come from the sea to the river, and now they can't make it to where they. I know what you mean. So weird thing about like salmon, particularly, but I think a lot of fish do this. And Mickey probably knows this. Wherever they're born, they like psychotically will go back there to spawn, i.e., fucking die. I mean, it could be like hundreds of thousands of miles, and they go back. It's really bizarre, and so that's why you see those videos of like salmon swimming up like waterfalls and shit because their brains like you can't die or fuck till you get back where your egg hatched. It's bizarre. So I see what you're saying. It's like a cock block. Dams are fish cock block, right? Oh, really, Mickey? But it doesn't have like DMCA music or anything? Ooh, yes. The first person who died making the Hoover Dam was the father of the last person who died making the Hoover Dam. What? I have to read this again. That's amazing. I mean, sad, but kind of amazing. The first person who died making the Hoover Dam was the father of the last person who died making the Hoover Dam. That's creepy. That's some universe shit. Hi, Delon. How are you, love? It didn't feel narrow. I mean, I think it's too massive for me to even conceptualize if it's narrow or not. It just I mean, to me, when I was in this tour, like looking out this little porthole, you really feel very small. It's huge. I don't know. Let's look how big it is. Let's learn. I just spelled damn like damn it. Oh, okay. So at its highest point, so I don't understand this. Maybe you guys can explain this. It says the Hoover Dam is 1,244 feet long at the top. It sounds like a guy trying to impress me with his dick. It's 726 feet high from the lowest point of the foundation to the crest. The dam is 660 feet thick at the base and tapers to 45 feet thick at the top. Damn, she thick. Its reservoir was the largest artificial lake in the world for decades and is still the largest in the United States. Damn, what's the largest in the world, I wonder? So maybe that means like at its shortest point, it's 726 feet high, but at its highest point, it's 1,244. Am I an idiot? I might be. It's thick. Oh, it's in China? No shit, nice. The lower Columbia dams have fairly good fish infrastructure. I never heard anything about, still to this day, I mean, people in Washington State are all about fish. They're very conservation conscious, I guess. Like oh man, I kind of forgot about this. My parents like they had a piece of property they just bought as an investment like when I was born in, I already forgot where it was, in the Pacific Northwest, in the area where it's like the rainforest. Like it was a chunk of rainforest. It was amazing. But because of that, it literally had this tiny little creek going through it that was a salmon creek. So it was a squares of 10 acres of land, and they were not allowed to literally touch it. You couldn't even drive on it because of this creek touched a corner of it that salmon went through. That's just a one, for instance, and that was when I was born, like 1988. They were still, and they're to this day, they're very like, I don't know, but probably else in the world, they probably fuck it up, I imagine. Hi, host. How are you, love? Oh no shit, Grand Coulee was top. I've toured Grand Coulee too. I've toured a lot of dams. That's weird. I'm not like fascinated by water infrastructure in case anyone's wondering. Maybe that's just I've been around the epic ones, so it's like why not? They're fascinating. I mean, they are huge. As long as they're not actively like destroying something and I'm looking at something that's like destroying a wildlife, whatever, they're pretty cool. I mean, I couldn't even tell you anything about them. I think I just like to see big stuff. Hi, Zrath. How are you, love? They also died on the same day. Shut the fuck up. That's so creepy. 14 years apart, working on the dam. Are they two of the bodies in the dam? Because that's kind of amazing. I mean, they have like the most epic mausoleum. Brazil and China have the 4 largest. Damn. I kind of want to see them just simply because I've seen the Hoover Dam, and I just remember standing in that little porthole window looking and being like, I am small. I am small. I feel big, but I am small here. Last time I got married, what was it like getting married in 88? My mom was pregnant with me when she got married. So they got married at the courthouse. She got married in a peach lady suit. And I was a little bun in the oven. Fun fact, I was conceived in Maui. I'm Hawaiian. You're welcome. Mahalo. Nah, if a lot of that piano stuff, I've noticed that, like, I think YouTube has a stock of, like, that backgroundy music that YouTubers can use to put in the background, and it's all, like, you know, no one's really got rights to it. I hear it over and over in various videos and stuff, though. No! How did we start talking about dams? I have no idea. Nope, no clue. Nope. I have toured a few dams, though. Which is weird. It's not something I've seeked out in my life. Oh, yeah, it was like a peach lady suit with a big fluffy fake peach flower on it. Oh, yeah, she was a hottie with a body. Hoover, that's what I'm saying, Gregarious. Like, it could be narrow, giggity, but damn, do you feel small when you're standing in it. You're just like, it's massive. I've never been near anything man-made bigger, I don't think. Giggity, again. I've been in the Coliseum. I don't think it's bigger. It didn't feel bigger, but a lot of it's crumbly, tumbly now, so that could be it. DJ, thank you for... Oh my god, did that sub just go off? Stop it. Oh my god, they're working. They're back. My alerts haven't been working all day, and they're finally back, and I'm so happy. Hallelujah. It's happening. DJ, thank you for subbing to the Classy. Oh my god, you're 50 next month, and you just subbed for 50 months.
That's creepy. Thank you.
Woman's Alliance just gifted 10 subs on my channel. Excuse me? Ma'am. Thank you very kindly for your extreme generosity to my channel. All 10 of you are now, but oh my god, it split the names up so weird. Hold on. My chat, literally, I'm not even kidding you. My chat cut the first letter off of every single username. That's the best. All 10 of you are now butt wizards of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure, sober consent. Also, if you refresh my channel, you don't have to suffer ads when we take a break and stretch and get blood flowing to our heads, because that's important and sitting is bad for you. Thank you so much, Twitch Women's Alliance. I appreciate you. Console, Huggus Hunter, Matthewsums. Is that like... I probably messed your name up and I apologize. Matthewsums is a good one, though. I like to say the zms at the end. Iron Lemur, Calgar, Dermaz, Changeling Chai, Gamut Girl, Katsumushi, King Senna, and Bloodstrife. And did it split? Nope. Changing Chain, not Chai. See, it split some names real funny. I apologize if I said anybody's name weird. Excuses, though. It's a crutch. You're amazing. Thank you for being here today to accept these wings upon your anus. Go forth and be consensual. And please refresh the channel. And you get a month of no ads, which is pretty dope. But sometimes they're funny. People have gotten like Vagisil ads and stuff. They're kind of hilarious. Oh, Nair, because of the cliff-like place. I mean, do other dams not kind of go straight up and have like a cliff? Do they kind of go out? I don't know. Maybe because I don't have anything to reference it to. But it was epic. Thank you, DJ. How are you? How do you feel about turning 50? Does it freak you out, or you're just like, fuck it? You look amazing for your age, if I may say so. If you look at a picture of Three Gorges, you'll see what I mean. It's not as impressive as Hoover or Itaipu. Itaipu, is that the one in Brazil? Ooh, balls, no. The Three Gorges Dam is only 597 inches tall. Where is that one, Zreth? Where's the Three Gorges Dam? I've only been to Cooley and Hoover. I mean, that's probably more dams than most people have visited in their life. But there's a few dams on the West Coast. We got a lot of water, and we're trying to like direct it to the people with no water. This is oh shit. Belamonte Dam, formerly known as Carrara, I'm going to pronounce that wrong and I apologize, is a hydroelectric dam complex on the northern part of the Xingu River in the state of Para, Brazil. After its completion and the installation of its 18th turbine, Jesus. Damn. That's a look at this. That's a damn. That's a big dam. I mean, that's pretty impressive to be fair. The Hoover Dam is like, I feel like it's really narrow at the beginning, but then it probably gets wider. I don't know. Let's compare. Let's Google. Let's googly googlies. Let's googly googlies. Wrong keyboard. Catherine. Don't fight me, computer. I'm not even kidding you. I looked up comparing the world's water dams, and the first link was dental dams. This is why I came off this screen and went to face, because you just never know what the hell is going to pop up with Google. Why am I like this? Stop. Get out. Oh my gosh. All these links want me to pay for a, like, you know, it's like Washington Post and shit. I'm not going to pay for your website, bro. Stop trying. So the three gorges or Georges, however you say it, that's the one in China. That's the biggest one apparently, right? Oh, the Hoover's in a canyon, so it's tall and skinny. Okay, let's look up a picture, hold on, of just the Hoover Dam and compare. Just so, I mean, it felt big. Maybe that's why it felt so large to me, because it's so narrow. Wrong keyboard. And I am but a tiny person. I mean, I'm not a tiny person, but compared to the dam, everybody's a tiny person. So this is the Hoover. Let me see if I can get a good big picture of it like you did. Just so we get like an accurate. I'm sorry, I just made that really loud farty sound with my mouth into the mic. That was rude and bad. I apologize. Yeah, I see what you mean. Look at this. You can totally see like the difference. So the one on the right under me is the Hoover Dam. Makes a lot of sense when you. I'm very visual. I don't know about you guys. I'm quite the visual person. I like to look. Ugh. Sorry. But yeah, this is so. I don't know if I can zoom in on this, but this is the part where the tiny ass little portholes are, and you. I don't know if it'll show them. Wrong keyboard. Don't do it, Catherine. It might not. Oh, are you kidding me? Is this like a yoke? It might be not high enough resolution, but there's like the tiniest, like invisible, dumb little fucking windows that you're looking through that just make you feel so minuscule. Really? Let's look up Three Gorges. Hold on. Just in case something creepy like Dental Dam comes up again. Not that dental dams are creepy. I just don't want, you know, inappropriate shit popping up on my channel while I'm streaming. Genitals are beautiful and all of them deserve to be tickled. Consensually, of course. 3. Oh, wrong keyboard yet again. Catherine. One day I'll learn. I mean, that dam in China looks damn big. I know I'm not meaning to be so punny. It's on accident. The puns are just alive with me today. There's a lot of damn on my computer, to be fair. To be fair. All right. I mean, the Grand Coulee, it's almost like you can't compare, or not the Grand Coulee, excuse me. It's almost like I can't compare visually the Hoover, because the Hoover Dam is so different looking. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a horseshoe as opposed to a wall. I'm going to try to find a different picture of it. I'm not that interested in dams. I just like to learn stuff. You guys got me on a tangent. Please don't think I'm obsessed. I might be, though. I'm not. I promise. I don't even know how they work. Been to them. Water's important. I think that's why they're interesting. We are kind of in a global disaster in terms of the amount of fresh water we have left in underground aquifers and stuff for drinking. It is pretty trash, which is why I'm very anti-lawns. Oh, there's a D. It's they really don't have very good pictures of it, of the actual dam, like just the whole thing. You know, it's like, oh well. I mean, I guess this is not terrible. So you can get what I mean when I say it's really hard to compare them, though. You can see how, like, the one in Brazil is a wall, the one in China is a wall. Like, the dam is a wall, not the wall of China. You know what I mean? And then you've got this fucking horseshoe in the middle. Yeah. It's real hard to mentally compare those because one is not like the others. I don't know if you can tell. I can tell. Sex safety is never inappropriate. Amen to that. Twitch is just so terrified of genitals and nipple skin that I don't want to lose my job because it pops up on my Google search. But I love the human body, and I think all bodies are beautiful. Funny to be punny. I like puns. It is. I mean, it looks really nice. And when you're touring it, I mean, I swear to God, you're a pinprick in this. It's so big. You can see the cars, kind of get an idea of how small you are. So think about one of those little cars right there. Holds 2 people. And then you're one of those tiny people. You get to go in the wall here, and then you get to walk along the top. It's pretty epic. It's very safe, by the way. If anyone's afraid of heights, that top is as big. It's a road for cars, and it's got like I think if I remember correctly, it's got a walkway, but it's got literally like a 12-foot chain link fence that leans towards you, so you can't even like crawl up it. I mean, it's very, very safe. But the one in China is kind of epic, man. It reminds me of like a Ghibli movie. I don't know why. It reminds me of something that would be like churning out forest spirits or something. It's just different. It's cool though. I don't know. Interesting. I'm going to stop talking about dams now because it just feels like we're going really far on that. I've just been to a lot of them. Just don't use water on your lawn. Pacific Northwest mindset. Oh my God. I'm not even kidding you. I've seen people here with a sprinkler on while it's raining in Denver. The urge to like just knock on their door and be like, yo, did you know it's raining? Is so strong. If I was more confrontational, I might, but I'm scared of people. So I don't. Thank you, Kendo. I appreciate that. I mean, damn. If only that was on my soundboard. That since 24 February, Russian mail delivery of the packages in Ukraine. Wait, what? Are you okay? Aren't you supposed to be in school right now? Oh, no shit of fatalities. DJ, do you hear earlier though? Someone in chat told us a really interesting fact. So the first person to die making the Cooley Dam, like helping build the Cooley Dam, was the father of the last person to die creating the Cooley Dam. I mean, not Cooley, Hoover. God damn it. Why did I get Cooley stuck in my head? Hoover Dam. I've been to the Cooley a lot though. It's in Eastern Washington. They do a huge 4th of July thing every year. It's where I was turned into a lobster. I fell asleep in the sun there. My uncle was working on the dam. Oh, no shit. I got to go inside and how they make them. Dude, they're incredible. Wasn't it amazing? And one of the interesting things, so the Hoover Dam, when was it created? Why? It's fine. 1931 to 1936 during the Great Depression was, oh yeah, the Great Depression. No shit, Katie. So when it was built, the average adult man was only like 5'6", So all of the tunnels are maximum 5'8". Like, max. That's how tall all the tunnels in the Hoover Dam are. So when I was visiting it with an ex who was a little taller than me, we were quite literally like this. Oh, the whole time. I would literally crouch and just lean on the wall at some point because they're all circular. It's like circle tunnels. Yep, the laser shows. I went to those almost every year when I was a kid. We'd go camping. My parents would use it as an excuse to get fucking dumb drunk, and all the kids would go watch the exact same laser show every year. Yeah. Hi, Escape. How are you, love? Happy Friday. A coolie is an old school term for an unskilled laborer in Asia. Really? Coolie Dam is spelled a lot differently, and I think it's a native word in Washington, anyways. It's like Coulle, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hold on. Coulee. Excuse me. Stop. Coolie word meaning. Lava flow or deep ravine. In this spelling, apparently. Hold on. Listen.
Coolie. Coolie.
Coolie.
Coolie.
Coolie.
Coolie.
Coolie. Oh my god, it literally says coolie is sometimes confused with coolie, the one you mentioned. Good to know. I didn't know. I mean, I need to be educated. Even though that's not what it means here, you need to know when words are horrible other places. That's not a nice thing. I wanted to is it actually a native word though? I don't want to be a dick. Oh no, it's a Canadian French word. Canadian French coulis from French, flowing, flow of lava, from cooler to flow, from Old French, from Latin couler to strain, from coulomb to sieve. Boom, we learned things today. Education's important. Thank you for taking the trash out, y'all. Dude, I have no idea. Like, I would quite literally Mr. Hands myself to get a good troll these days. It's just it's only 9-year-olds on their mom's iPhone in the back of the car while mom's getting her special massage. That's it. That's the trolls we get. I think we modded all of them. I don't know what happened. It's upset and I hate it. It's upset. It's upsetting. Sorry. I don't know, man. They're just like fucking fetuses who learned a cuss word today. 77 men killed during the construction of the dam from 1933 to 1941. Damn. Ugh. Oh, I know, Brock. It's very confusing. Coolie, 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 coolie. Coolie. I didn't know that, though. It's good to know. Not to be confused with culo. What is that? Oh, God. What is that? Is that another terrible word? Teach me. Obviously, I'm not going to use it again, but... yeah. Yeah. I can't even tell when trolls are trying to be funny. I don't know either. Like, sometimes I'm like, is it a language barrier or are you 9? Like, I can't tell anymore. This is not a place for the fetus. Yeetus! Don't I have that on my thing? Wait, what the fuck? I can't hear my soundboard either. Okay, it's got to be my computer being a fuck twat today. Right?
That works.
It's got to be GoXLR. My GoXLR is being a dick. Yeah, it's not responding. I'm going to close it for a second, so you might not be able to hear me. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to reopen it. Give me one sec. Bitch? Oh, thank fuck.
Right, basically.
Warning. Crying fetus in chat. Warning.
There she blows. Yeetus thine fetus. Kulo is ass. No shit. I didn't know that. Interesting. See, I'm learning shit today. Joking about Ukraine or Russia right now is just not. I mean, you can make jokes about Putin and how he is allegedly has a special suitcase he travels with to shit in. He quite literally has Putin. He has a Putin because he doesn't want anyone to secretly get a hold of his feces and learn his health status. What a weirdo. Dude, Zach made that for me.
Warning. Crying fetus in chat. Warning.
Boo, I'm 12. Mama gave me her phone while she's in her special massage. Let me say my words I learned today on Reddit. A shit case. He quite literally has one. Yeah, we can joke about that because that's funny and he's an evil dictator. Joke about that all you want. You mean the fact that it clearly has advanced colorectal cancer and hasn't been responding to treatment? Yes, I do in fact mean that the fact that Putin has colorectal cancer and he's obviously not responding to treatment and probably about to die and he doesn't want anyone to know. If anyone didn't hear about Putin having colorectal cancer, he really doesn't want anyone to know he has it. And he's not responding to treatment. So don't tell anyone that Putin has colorectal cancer and is probably dying. Because karma is real. Sometimes. Don't tell anyone, but Putin has colorectal cancer. Na zdrowie. Or Katie needs to pack a bowl. We'll see. Is it weird that I'm afraid to do an OK symbol in case some dickwad decides to screenshot me and say I'm a racist piece of shit because racist piece of shit decided to take the OK symbol and make it white power? I used to do that all the time. I love nonverbal language. Fuck you, fucking racist piece of shit Nazis. Mm. Dude, I mean, I've personally seen some pretty epic cases of karma go down. Like, I'm not a religious person, but and I never ever I wouldn't encourage nor do I like promote wishing ill will on people or wishing harm on someone. But no one's responsible for anyone's cancer. That's not well, for the most part, unless you're like a horrible company dumping chemicals in the ground, whatever. But Putin's probably responsible for his own bullshit. If anyone in the world like needed colorectal cancer, it's probably Putin. Piece of shit. I mean, shit case. Yeah, I'm packing a bowl. That was a sad one. That Crimson, that's my opinion too. I'm that way. I'm like, why do we keep letting these idiot children who are like, oh, we're Proud Boys, take things? Like, they took we're all very aware that, the Nazi flag symbol was originally a Buddhist symbol, but that was taken and used in horrific ways. No one's repurposing that anytime soon or really ever. But why would we let them do it again? Like, I'm not going to let them take it's A-okay, everybody. This is what? Go fuck yourself. No. I hate it. I hate it. But also, there are shitheads on the internet who hate me because I won't fuck them, i.e. incels and whatnot. I don't like that word, but I don't know another word for it. Just like angry children who might come to my channel and be banned and then screenshot me saying A-okay, put it on Reddit, and then Reddit's like, white Twitch streamer girl flashes white power symbol all day. I just don't need it. You know what I'm saying? The internet sucks that way. DJ, I don't want him to die. Can he just stay in that pain forever? Like one of those, maybe that locked in disease. I've heard that one's pretty fucking terrifying. Seems appropriate for him. Fuck Brock, why? The Pepe shit, yeah, like we've got actual criminals just, playing golf in Mar-a-Lago and shit, and it's like Pepe though. Hmm. And Nazis don't get to take my heritage and my ancient writing. Nah, fuck that shit too. That's another thing. I was trying to think of that actually. Thank you for reminding me, Mickey. So if you were unaware, Trump, as well as many white supremacists, white power, Nazi bullshit, sad individuals, have decided to try, let's say, sadly attempt to commandeer a few Norse runic symbols from ancient cultures and claim they mean white power today. And we're going to fucking crush that, right? Like, if you see that on a bumper sticker, you rip it off. I'm not into destroying people's property, but that's not all right. Maybe stick a Care Bear on it. Care Bear stare. You need some love in your life. I mean, really, probably just because white. You know? Like, I think we've all pretty much more so than not accepted that Jesus probably wasn't white because of where he was from. Like historically speaking, the historical if Jesus was a real person, like existed, was probably not white because who the fuck was white there? Like white as we portray, like, the silken haired white Jesus and his, you know what I mean, the blue eyes and shit. And so maybe that's a way of adopting a different theism where it's just guaranteed white. I don't know. They seem to be all about that melanin. Skin melanin's a weird thing to think about as often as they do, if you ask me. During the Xbox Extended Showcase, there was a season where they highlighted what was happening in the Ukraine in Ukraine, not the Ukraine, Katie. I added that. It's so stuck in me. I'm trying to fix it. In Ukraine and showing supporting for Ukraine, and I couldn't believe how many people in chat were saying it was propaganda. What? That the support for Ukraine was propaganda. I guess it is if you support Putin. Like, is that what they were saying? It's only propaganda if you're on the other side, right? You over there, like, masturbating to Putin shirtless on a horse? The fuck? Because the Vikings were the Aryan race. Aryan didn't even mean, like, blonde, though, originally. I mean, that's the killer. Is, like, Hitler started touting his whole, like, oh, the Aryan. But Aryan did not originally mean blonde and blue-eyed at all. I don't even know how it got there, to be honest. Gizmo of Arabia? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. Hold on. My mouse. God damn it. Go! Oh my god. Fuck, it's genius. The far right love Putin, and the Russian internet information warfare has been really effective in getting idiots in the US on their side. I read this somewhere from me, correct me if I'm wrong. I read that the only thing the only American piece of media allowed in Russia is Tucker Carlson's show. No shit. Oh my god. Oh, was it happening in their chat? Oh my god, it happened in the Drop Frames chat as well? Oh, that's sad. Because Nazis had an infatuation and with Teutonic symbols and attributing those symbols as Aryan heritage. Not to mention Nazis had an obsession with the occult, hence why they also appropriated werewolves. I'm sorry, what? Uh, I have buddies from the Marines who've gone over to help. Oh my god, both training and fighting. Just had an alert about 3 Americans that got captured. They're saying they're going to execute them by firing squad. Oh my fucking god. Is anyone allowed to slap Biden and wake him up? Or do we just have to wait until Grandpa wakes up? So one of those situations. The blonde blue-eyed bit was the example of the purest Aryan. Oh, not necessarily all Aryan. The purest. In fact, it couldn't be. If they saw it that way, they wouldn't have an army. Oh, see. I know, weird. I didn't know. I mean, I've seen, like, in movies and stuff that, like, some Nazi werewolf mating, I guess, whatever, story mating, but I didn't know that was legit. I is Tucker anything but a pawn for anything? God, he's crazy. Not intervene, but I feel like he stopped talking about it. The last 3 times I've seen him say anything, he's just like, "I'm my most optimistic about the children of our country." And I'm just like, "Well, what's happening?" You know, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe he's too old to do that. I feel like I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't think America has the right nor the means. I don't know. It's unrealistic to expect America just to stomp their foot on anything. Like, I would never, because literally nukes. Absolutely not. I feel like he just does. I just haven't heard him talk about, or I haven't heard, maybe it's probably because of this January 6th stuff. It's kind of overtaken most of my feed. And so probably the algorithm isn't giving me anything else. I just feel like I'm not getting any news about what's going on in Russia anymore. Like, even on Reddit and stuff. And it's not done. Like, it's still very serious and it scares me. I feel horrible for those people. Mayo, how are you, lover? No.
Did you take?
No.
Scary clown says run away.
Did my GoXLR reset? It might have.
Hi, gay.
No, we got it. It did reset. My GoXLR has been funny all day. I apologize. I think it like might have had an update, and my buttons are like where they used to be like 6 months ago. No shit. What time do you listen? Because every time I clue in, I feel like they're not talking about anything. But it's probably because it's nighttime. I love you, Mayo. I couldn't if I tried. My sister listens to a lot of NPR. I don't have, like, I'm never in a car. That's the only place I would ever listen to a radio, really. So I gotta, like, go seek it out. But I have no problem doing that at all. If it's, like, accurate information, I think it's important to know about. I would like to be I want to know what the fuck's happening to poor Ukraine. The last thing I heard was Russia was murdering adults and stealing the children, like Nazi style, and just bringing them into Russia and being like, "You're Russian. Your name now, Russia name, Katarina. You're welcome." Something like it. That's the last thing I heard, and that was like weeks ago. You know, my alarm has an option for that to set it a radio station. I might do that. Right now, I just have it. It plays a BioShock playlist on my Spotify. Kino, don't worry about it. I'm a terrible typer. Some of them are legit propagandists. Some are just idiots who can't fathom nuance in the world. So, are we all using propaganda in the same way? I just want to make sure. In my understanding, it's similar to like lobbying, right? But in terms of like using the media and stuff like that to do it. No shit, the US is making another 1 billion aid package. Thank fuck. I mean, that's the least we can do, literally, because like Frenny said, like, we nukes. We can't. You can't just step in as a big guy and be like, "No, you two separate. You stop fighting." You can't. That's so unrealistic. In certain areas, all civilians they capture are being sent to camps. Most men are just being killed outright. I've seen the pictures. It's horrific. It's horrific. It's so horrific. I hope Putin, you know, I hope that colorectal cancer moves quickly is all I'm saying. Which it usually does. you would be shocked and impressed by how vascular your colon is. It's incredible. The elder. Ugh. State backed information that either lies or leaves out key information to show itself in good light despite the truth. Exactly. Like, I feel I couldn't have worded it better. So many news stations that are like the ones that come up in the algorithms of any website I ever go to, or on the news sometime, or on the radio and stuff. It's like they give you like this very sad Cliff Notes version of what's going on, and then 2 hours of what we should do about it and their opinion on it. That's not what I'm here for. That's not your job to decide those things. Can you just do what you're, can you just, you know what I'm saying? We love ourselves some buttholes. Dude, you kidding me? As I slowly, Kendo, you silly bee. Kendo, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs in the channel. All 5 of you are now butt wizards of the highest order, and I challenge you to go consensual in every way, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure, sober, consensual everything. Also, it's perfect timing, because I think we already need to take a break. Yeah, we're like, wow. Oh my god, I talked so long. I don't even... What happened? Did I black out? I wanted to play Hades with you guys today, and I feel like time went. Time went bye-bye. We have a lot of holes. We're holes. I mean, when I first like started streaming, the people that were coming to my channel the most were like, we got to come up with like some sort of like neutral term to call ourselves. And I was like, I ain't going to do that. That feels neurotic. And I'm ClassyKatie, so they came up with class holes, and I just started going with holes because I feel like it's the most inclusive thing. Like, everybody's got a hole or two. You know what I'm saying? And you should care for them. But for real, all of you that were gifted a sub today, at any time, but especially if it was by Kendo, refresh the channel. And you don't have to suffer ads for a month, which is fucking awesome. Ew. Oh my god, Jack, that's sick. Nope. Witches, get busy. All I'm saying. The fuck, where you at? It's the witches. For real, though, where are they? Help. Don't be a cockmonger, YouTube. Stop it. Don't be a dick. Nobody likes a dick. Well, I like dick. Not like a dick. I did get AC. It's fucking, I'm like in short shorts. It is the most miraculous existence. Just like bathing in the cold air. It's amazing. Yes, I did finally. It's so nice. Love your holes of yourself, 100%. Cherish them. This is your fucking like meat bag. You've got it forever. You might as well use it. Use it and appreciate it and love it. It has a slight left bent because of some of its non-new game shows. Oh, really? They have game shows? On my break, I'm literally going to look at my phone and I'm going to check and see if I can turn it. I'm going to do that. Because I have it set on like a BioShock playlist. And so the first thing every morning, it's like, you know, like oldies, like 1920s, 30s music playing. But it's really chill to wake up to. And it's always a different song, which is nice. I can't wake up to the same thing every day. It'll kill that thing. Like the same song every day. I'd never want to hear that song again. Wait, don't tell me. I mean, I'll still listen to them even if I'd still listen to them even if they're like biased. As long as the factual news about people being slaughtered in Ukraine at the behest of Vladimir Putin isn't skewed, we cool. Oh my god, DJ. How chapped are your lips right now is all I'm going to say. It's seriously like not having AC and then going and having AC is a fucking miraculous experience. Oh, good. That's awesome. That's my favorite. That's the good shit. And that's responsible reporting, honestly. Like knowing that you can have a humorous show, but not crossing that border where it's like we're here because we would like to know the real shit. Like that's why I'm here, but also to laugh in between. That's why I like people like Stephen Colbert. And I feel like he can be very serious when it comes to horrible things happening in the world. And then he ultimately ends making you laugh somehow about something that is okay to laugh about. Like the fact that Trump's neck looks like a crusty little vaginal hood. I'm going to go pee. Get some coffee. Or pack a bowl or do whatever you need to do. Happy Faded Friday and enjoy this. I'll be right back. What's in my blood? Bum, bum. Oh my god. Has anyone seen Maverick yet? It's real good. If you don't care about it, that's cool. The kid who plays Goose's kid, Merman, what did you think? Was it amazing? Did you see it in theaters? Oh my god, it was so good. But the kid who plays Maverick's son, or not Maverick's son, god damn it, there's no such thing. Goose's son apparently has a crazy allergy, and after his first flight, his blood was like saturated with jet fuel. Crazy. So he had to like suffer that shit. Rooster, yeah, he had to suffer that shit the whole film. He had like everything that comes out of a jet he had in his blood, but jet fuel was one of the major things. It was just, he absorbed it. It's crazy. Well, I know you did, Rod. Come on. I watched it afterwards. I completely forgot to watch it beforehand. I was kind of pissed at myself. Lol. Oh. Come on, Bill. What to? Bill tried to curl up and got stuck on a cord. Go ahead. Hello, little sister. I know, I'm so excited. I'm fucking pumped. I was actually researching shit to go look at last night. I have lists. Not lists of to do, just lists of stuff to go through and be like, is that worth walking to? What should we walk to? It's gonna be sick. Hold on, I want to turn this off. We're gonna play some fucking Hades. I restarted Hades. Like, I restarted a whole new playthrough because I did not listen to the story the first time through, and it's really good. And the game is super, super fun. And it's all like, it's saturated in Greek mythology. Like, and they tell it pretty legitimate. Again, see, I hate it. And it's amazing. It's so well done. I love lists. Oh my god, Sarah. I got this new amazing pad that I've been making lists of things to do in England. But if you like nice writing, like just nice like legal pad paper, one side is lined and the other side is a grid. But I got it was on sale on Amazon, and I'm always looking for different paper, but fucking Christ, it's called Finest Selection AMPAD Ampad gold fiber writing pad. I don't fucking know, but what a pleasure. If anybody gives a fuck about paper like I do. I like lists where it's like, oh my god, there's a jumping spider on top of my tarantula cage. Don't go inside, you'll die. It's so big. I mean, I'm not shitting you guys. That jumping spider is easily the size of a quarter. A loonie. A euro. What have you. That's a big jumper. Damn. Anyways, really good paper if you just like making lists. I like lists where you just get to pick from it. Like, do we want to do any of that? But oh man, people that schedule out a vacation, like, what is your normal life like? It's gotta be miserable. Dude, I'm mother of doggos. Thank you for saying that. I'm not even kidding you. The entire movie, every time Tom Cruise was on screen, I thought to myself, he believes that if he exercises enough, his alien soul will be pure and the aliens will come down and bring him back home to the crystal place in the sky. Every time. Because that's Scientology and he's still quite active in it. Let alone all the other crazy. But he's a fucking bajillionaire. He's going to make money off it no matter whether I see it or not. So I selfishly went and saw it. And if you like jets, it's definitely worth seeing in theaters. But he is a nut. It's Friday. I have a new bowl. I was literally just gonna change. I was massaging the knot in my shoulder. I was changing our category. I was gonna fuck around with some Hades. Hello, Alchemy, my love. How are you? Gonna fuck around with some Hades because we started a new playthrough and we've only played one day. And it's at the very beginning. And it's the fun part when all the story and you meet all the character. You get to meet all your, no spoilers. You get to meet everything. Ooh, I got some new strains today. What I'm smoking right now it's actually called Russian Cream. Not to be correlated with the Russia conversation. It's called Russian Cream. I got it because the THC content was super high. It was 27.33. But it's actually a really nice strain. I like it a lot. It's very smooth, but potent. You know? It's not like I feel like I'm coughing up a lung every time I take a hit. It's good. And it's by Malix. And I got a couple more from Tickle, which I learned is actually pronounced Tikal. But I'm gonna call it fucking Tickle, because that's funny. This is how they pronounce. Stop it. Tikal. Like, let's not be pretentious asses. I call it Tickle. But I got 2 of those because they were on sale. One is called Apple Tarts, and one is called OZ Melon or Oz Melon. Apple Tarts is a hybrid. OZ Melon is an indica. Apple Tarts is 23.7% THC, and OZ Melon is 19.1. Tickle. Or Tikal. Oh, God. Cruise required all the actors to go through extreme training that fighter pilots do, and they all rode in the backseat of two F models. I heard, Kendo, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard from one of the late night hosts that every single scene in the movie where they're in a jet, that is actually them being filmed in a jet. They're not obviously doing the exact same thing that's happening in the movie because a lot of that's unrealistic, but they are, all of it. And that's Tom Cruise. I think he even said, he's like, I refused to make the movie until we had the technology to do that. And also, apparently, all of them just had vomit-filled helmets all day. I gotta open up chat on my other monitor so I can see you guys while we play. Lorelai, did I not? Wait, hold up. I don't think it went through. No! How are you, love? I'm sorry. Hades. I know, Zoe. I fucking love this game. It's so good. And honestly, I kind of feel, even though I have literally, I have few games in my life that I played this much. Like, it's like Skyrim, ESO, and Hades that I have this many hours in. I have what is it? 714 hours in this game. That's sick. I don't know. I didn't really listen to any of the story because I used this as therapy when my dog died. So I'm really excited to play it with you guys. It's amazing. The game is so good. It's not free, but oftentimes you can find it for super on sale. Let me see if it's on sale right now. Literally, half the time I'm playing it, people are like, it's $2 on Steam right now. It's $24.99 on Steam, but it's a buy and you get it forever. And it's just so goddamn replayable. You don't, and it's not even replayable. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it. The game there's no finite ending, I guess. There is a really dope ending. You will cry you will just bawl forever. But it keeps going and there's more story. I remember when I did this finite ending that I won't tell you anything about because no spoilers, you'll figure it out. With playing in the game in 2 seconds, you kind of figure out what it is. I tweeted 600 something hours in Hades. Thank you so much, Supergiant. This is one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. I just hit the ending, whatever. And Supergiant tweeted back at me and said, please don't stop playing. It's not over. So not only was I starstruck beyond reason because I love Supergiant, but that gave me a big boner and I just keep playing. And literally, I have one playthrough that's got all these hours in it and I'm still getting new dialogue and shit. It's crazy. I have no idea how they've jammed so much stuff into one game. It's wild. Why can't they all be like this? Flight suits are designed to keep your blood flowing. Oh, so it's like wearing a giant compression sock then. Oh, Ayenia, thank you. So Ayenia just said Steam sale will start in about 6 days. So if you're looking to get Hades, I would wait. 100%. Because seriously, it's one of those games, it's so fucking popular. It was game of the year across the board for everyone that it goes $5, $2 on sale. Because people are waiting for it, put it in your wish list and wait for it. I swear, one of the days it'll be dumb cheap. It's awesome. Or what I did is when I played Bastion first. And then once I played Bastion, I was like, holy shit, I'm obsessed with this developer. I bought they have like a pack, you know, on Steam where it's all their games, like Pyre, Bastion, Hades, Transistor. Is that it right now? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you get them all at a dumb discount that way because I knew I'd play every single one of them, and I have. I haven't played Pyre yet, but I've watched other people play, and it's incredible. I'm saving Pyre for when they come out with another game because I can't stand the fact that I won't have another Supergiant game to play. I have a problem, is what I'm saying. I have a problem. A spider like this? Is it real? 100% yes. Yeah. But who called it a spider? Spiders have 8 legs. At best, it's a ladybug. Nice try, internet. I'm a dick, I'm sorry. I haven't played Pyre. Yeah, that's the one I've saved, but I've listened to the music. Like, Gillette talks about it. It's his favorite. I just keep saving it because I don't want to not have a Supergiant game to play. Which is probably psychotic, but I'm okay with that. Have you tried Bastion, Rod? Because I didn't until I tried it. I mean, honestly, I feel like Supergiant, like, you can't just look at any of their games and think, meh. Try it, or your opinion doesn't matter. Because I was the same. I had never tried Supergiant game. Like, I tried all of them way after they came out. It didn't look like a game I was into at all. It's some top-down, cutesy little soldier dude. And then I had to actively stuff my own cock into my own ass and fuck myself. Because it's a piece of art. Owls have, like, a very unique feather structure. And that's how they are. And the way the feathers lay. Why? Why? Every day. I want to get into falconry, but I don't know if I'll ever be in a place in my life where I can own a falcon. You know? Because I do travel, and, like, I don't think you travel. It's kind of like having a horse farm or horses. You don't really travel when you have horses. Or a falcon, I don't think. And I mean, I can't give up traveling, but I would love to just be involved with them. Like, I love them. They're so beautiful and elegant and incredible. Oh, really? I'm really racking my head trying to figure out what's blowing a breaker over there. The only thing I can come up with is that, what time of day is it right now? Hold on. Depending on the time of day and where the sun is on our house is navy blue. Like, dark fucking navy blue. Navy blue? Navy blue. Yep, that's what I said. Navy blue. And, oh yeah, it's 3 p.m. So right now, the sun is on his side of the house. Literally, it's been there for 2 hours, and it's going to be there the rest of the day. And you would burn an egg on the side of my house, let alone cook it. It would be charred. That's how hot it gets. And that's the side of the house his office is on. And so his AC unit, which is also sitting in this baking hot fucking 100-degree weather sun, is struggle busting to try to cool his office down. That's the only thing I can come up with personally. I know he's super frustrated. I feel so bad for him. I don't know. It's just so weird. Thank fuck he has UPSs. So his stream doesn't go down, right? Because I think we both have a UPS plugged into our PCs so the internet doesn't go down and the stream doesn't go down. Our monitors might turn off, but you guys will see us sitting in the dark. Slaith, it's just because of the elevation. It's honestly, the elevation makes up for what we don't have and how far south we are, how close we are to the equator. It's the sun, man. The moment it's out, it's just hot. It's hot. I mean, if the sun is out at 7 a.m., it burns your skin. It's hot. Like, I've just never experienced it anywhere else in the world. That's why it's very weird for me to put words to. It's physically warm and hot on your skin. There's no like, oh, I'm going to chill in the sun for a minute to get warm. I've stepped in the sun and I'm dry. You know? And I honestly think we're so much higher up. Are you technically higher? Oh, fuck. I have no idea then. That was my theory. I'm out. If only I was a pro. I really don't know, dude. It gets so fucking hot here, though. The wind feels like a blow dryer blasting your face sometimes. I wish I didn't have to go out for the next couple days. Apparently, there's a heat advisory. No shit. I heard there was also some fires, Kel. I can't remember where I saw that they were. I was reading a Reddit article. There's also a couple really bad fires in Colorado already, so be safe with your breathings and stuff. Oh, it just did it for a second? Weird. I mean, the weirdest thing is, the hardest thing for me is it has nothing to do with me. So I can't do anything. Like, I'm like, oh, I could turn things off, but it's different breaker, different side of the house. No one likes anything over 90 degrees. It's just non-functional heat at that point. We're all just uncomfortable, you know? Elevated desert, that's what we are considered. We're considered, what do they call, there's another name, high country? Called high, I think that's seriously, I thought that was like a lyric in country songs. I think high country is something. Kills. Sales will always shout out the Supermodern partner Glam Queen Elk. I love that so much. Only time you can go running in the morning in the summer here in Phoenix is at like 4 a.m. before the sun comes up. Zoe, did you hear me yesterday saying the last time I was in Havasu visiting my Nana? Lake Havasu, which is equally hot and cement and nasty. I saw people running at like 3 p.m. And I run. But what? How much do you hate? Like, do you not like yourself? Is it a form of torture? Of all shapes and sizes, like, it wasn't like I saw a military team running down the road in this. What in the fuck? Oh, Kills, you can always play. We are high country. Heyo! The highest of the country, probably. If they're flipping breakers, they can't add another unit. Another unit of... Wait, what? I think this year's gonna be really bad, but they're also, like, saying we're gonna get monsoon season super early. I don't know, man. It's crazy these days. It was worse in Durango. It burned so easily while living there. Oh. Simply, honestly, the only thing that previous to the last couple days that has ever flipped breakers in our house is a microwave. Like, once in a blue moon we use a microwave and all the other things are on, it might blow a breaker. But beyond that, we've not had too much problems. So we have one mini split installed. We have 2 more units to be installed. One is going to go in Zach's office, and one is going to go in, I believe, our bedroom. Yeah, our bedroom. Both on the side of the house that bakes all day and burns eggs. And what we've been led to believe and what Scott has witnessed is that the mini splits actually pull less energy than this like 1985 window unit swamp cooler he's been suffering with. So, like, I don't know if it's they pull more energy, but all the electronics and the wiring and the plugs we have nowadays are more high tech in managing the flow of power. And engineers in chat want to correct me. I dated an engineer for a while, so I have very minute knowledge on it. Like, I'm regurgitating, but it's something about that. It's like it's just more up to date flow, so you don't blow breakers as often. Oh, it means something's fucky. What would it be? I mean, nothing new is on that side of the house where the breaker is flipping. Nothing at all. The mini split is on the opposite side. Different breakers altogether. The one that's installed so far, and it's just randomly started happening. So what do you have any just any theories that I could try out and maybe try to help him? Yeah, I mean, this mini split's fucking incredible. It's amazing because, like, for instance, that window unit AC, like, swampy fan that I've been blowing at myself for 2 years, I would put the degrees on it to 63 degrees, and I would still be sitting here, like, close to vomiting. I was so hot, I wanted to die. It was still, like, 85 to 95 in my house. This thing I have set at 75, and I get chilly. It's incredible. It's so efficient. I mean, that's Roboto, I'm kind of wondering that because in order to have the mini splits installed, we had to upgrade, not upgrade, but like update our fuse box. Sorry, I feel like I have a fuzz on my nose. They get stuck in the rhinestones on my nose ring. It's very annoying. We had to like update it just because our fuse box was ancient, balls ancient. But they didn't upgrade it at all. He was like, it still should be able to handle everything. It's totally fine. It's not like we were overloaded. We still have some breakers free, actually. So the only thing I can think of is that maybe something got knocked loose or fucked from that. I don't know. But I feel terrible. It just keeps happening it happens around the same time of day, which leads me to believe it definitely has something to do with that AC running real fucking hard because of how hot it is. But also, it's way too regular, you know? Well, that's the thing. It's like that side of the house, his office, so my side of the house is the open floor plan. So I'm like in the living room, dining room, kitchen, laundry. So I've got literally all my computer and everything I'm using is plugged into 3 different breakers. Everything's on one because it's just it's like the master bedroom, the bigger bedroom, for all of his stuff. So it could be just, like a little too thick. You know what I mean? But you start to feel really insane when something goes on like that and it's never happened before and you've done nothing different and you're like, what in the ever living fuck is happening? The unit in his window, it's not that bad. It's not new though. It's beige, you know what I'm saying? Like beige with like fake wood paneling on it. Maybe younger than me. Maybe. They are tarantula enclosures. Is my boy here? Oh, he laid down. Really? I will say, I seriously will. What is on the circuit? The circuit? Oh, you mean like in his office? Everything you need to stream. 2 PCs, 3 monitors, a shit ton of lighting, all of the internet stuff. So like that's where the internet comes from in our house is his office. So the every like a lot. Yeah, I've got a lot of spoods. Most of these are empty right now. I know. Uh, I built a bunch of new enclosures for tarantulas that I bought as babies that have grown bigger, and they all decided to web over their holes and molts at the same time. So I've just got a bunch of empty boxes, and I'm waiting impatiently, but I'm patient. It's fine. Hello, CJ. How are you, love? Oh, no shit, excellent. And should I do it like at this time? Because I feel like yesterday it happened around the exact same time of day. Like the hottest time, when the sun is just fucking baking him. Okay. I'm writing that down real quick because I don't want to forget. I appreciate your advice. Thank you. It sucks when you don't know anybody who's ever been in the business, and you're kind of like that blind consumer of it. It's the worst. I appreciate that. I try to help people when I am also that person that can be like, yo, if you go to Lowe's, do this thing. It sucks to be a blind consumer. You can get taken advantage of, or you feel like you're going to be just because that's the way that capitalism is these days. It's the power, and he's actually the power is not going out. He's flipping a breaker, and it's just started yesterday, and it's only happening in his office, that room. It's tripping a breaker. That's the wordage. Thank you. Yeah, it's just tripping a breaker. Thankfully, he has the internet, and because the internet is based in his office, but it's all on a UPS, one of those giant, battery things. We both have them. So that's why my internet doesn't go out when he shorts it out. Thank fuck. But it still makes all his lights go down and he has to come out, fucking flip the breaker back every time. It just sucks it's happening and we can't figure out why. I was dispatched, so I've heard all the stories. Oh god, and read what the tech did, and I learned a lot from osmosis. I do the same. Like I'll never claim I'm a nurse, but I love helping nursing because I learned so much just listening to them talk and helping them do stuff when I was in the hospital. I'm all about it. I'm just like, feed me your gooey brain. I'll roll the patient while you talk. I love that shit. I'm not gonna go take it and use it like I'm some pro. I just love to learn. It's fun. If the AC is old and startup power could have increased due to wear, well, I mean, it's being run hard. Hard. It's literally sticking out of his office on the hottest side of the house. It's like 100 degrees, just baking that side of our house over there. It's she working, she's struggling. I'm not gonna say it's everything, but she's struggling. An older unit would pull too much power or handle it less efficiently. There you go. And that's basically the mini split will help eliminate that problem. But if we have a leak or if something's wrong with the new what is it called? Breaker board, breaker box. If something's new with the new breaker box and or the wiring coming out of it, it could ruin the mini split. Like it could do, short it out or whatever. And I don't want to put in one of these fucking $300 units on my wall if the wiring's fucked. We literally like a month ago had the breaker box upgraded and refurbished and all the wiring redone. And so that's what I'm thinking could be the problem. Like something happened. Nothing wrong with the person who did it. He was wonderful, but everybody, like, shit happens. Weather might have knocked something loose. I'm trying to think. I'm really bad with, like, what's north, south, east, and west. I'm trying to think where the sun comes up. It comes up on this side of my house. It sets on his side of the house. So, yes. Yep. You right. That's the only, literally, I have to think of where the sun sets and rises to figure out where west and east is. Don't judge me. I'm an adult. Don't. Honestly, Roboto, they did an amazing job. It looks really nice. But our house is old and, like, this is what we were told. It was built in the 50s, and then somewhere in the 70s, part of the house burnt down, and they had to rebuild it, but they did it cheaply. So, like, the house groaned and moved, and, like, I've slowly been going around just doing stuff because I enjoy fixing up houses, but I've been, like, sealing all the crown molding back onto the walls because it's just, like, popping off, re-putting, I mean, just little things, but just the shit that when you do a house too quick and you're not really paying attention, it creaks and moves and cracks away from the house. Think about a sunshade for the side of the house to deflect. We want to do that really bad. Honestly, we've just really wanted to get a fence. But that side of the house that he's on is actually like our car park. We want to put like like one of those awnings over the car park. It would keep our cars cool as well as cooling down that side of the house. Because I'm not exaggerating when I say, like, if you put your full palm on that side of my house for 5 seconds, you would have third-degree burns. It is so fucking, I'm not fucking with you, hot. It's hot. My house is borderline black. It's like matte navy blue, my dudes. She absorbs some heat. It's how you orient yourself as well. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I've never been good at that. My mom can just be like, "Oh yeah, the Safeway east of something something." I'm like, "Were you there during sunset or sunrise? Like, how did you know that?" Don't forget the photos I sent. Oh, I won't. Oh my god, no. I was trying to thank you for reminding me. I was trying to download the video that Sales sent me earlier on Discord of his fish, the not HD. And Discord, I don't know if it finished yet. Hold on. Ouchies. It's just, I mean, it doesn't feel like you're gonna die outside. It's not like 120 degrees outside, but just, you guys know this. I don't have to teach you adults. Dark matte colors absorb heat like crazy. And living in the desert with a almost black colored house, it really absorbs some fucking heat, let me tell you. Whoa! Hello, Flyboy. How are you, love? Welcome back. Same shit, different fucking day, my dude. I was trying to pull up. Oh, there we go. Do it. Oh, cute. What a pretty burb. That was wild. Is that a dove? Open, you dumb slut. Discord's such a slut sometimes, I'm telling you guys. I stopped paying for Nitro and Discord was like, hey, we hate you. And I was like, you know what? You're expensive and pointless. Suck my ass. Ooh, ooh, it's magic. You know. Look at this gorgeous bird. Jesus Christ. It's seriously, I don't know why I think it's so pretty. It's kind of like a, it's not like, looks like a fucking macaw or something. It's not some exotic parrot. That's a really pretty bird. I like natural looking animals. I don't know. Is it a turtle dove? And there weren't like a pair? I hate me too. It's okay. It's okay. She's gorgeous. There's another one. Hold on. I pulled up the other one. I mean, it's honestly, I think it's the composition of the picture that makes her look really pretty. Like, she's like that gorgeous warm taupe with her orange eyes and then all that green. It's just really a really nice picture. She's beautiful in that tree. I hope she knows that. That tree is her color. She needs to, like, assess her ass. Wait, which one? Flyboy. I've had this one. I got this one literally, like, the August before COVID happened. This is how I mark time now, because COVID's the only thing that's happened for forever. I got it when I went to Wales. If you haven't been here in that long, I mean, damn, I'm glad you're alive. That's odious. We were literally, that's all I was gonna do. Like, I think they're fine. Cheers, Sarah. Happy 420 for the central motherfuckers. That can. Or cheers, you know, whatever. Yeah, because once we get the fence put in and we like know how big it's gonna be, where it's gonna lay, we're eventually gonna actually just Zeke. I think an adult man deserves to have a garage if he so desires. And Zach has casually mentioned here and there that he would like to have a shop of some kind to actually do, you know, the things he does. Because right now it's like find a dry, weird, not dog shit area of the yard. So eventually we're gonna turn it into like an actual garage where he can have like a workshop and stuff, which will be very nice. Kinger, fuck yes. I'm just repacking my bowl a little bit because I had a bit of a whore hole. But I got you. That bird's so pretty. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful lady. I hope she knows it. Cheers, bees. And despite popular belief, I chug a lot of water, my dude. It's not like a conscious rule, like I'm not like sitting here logging it, but in general, if I drink a monster, it means I must drink an entire one of these before I can have another monster. If I so feel like I need the caffeine. I literally, and that goes for like if I have a soda for some reason. 52, 56, I don't know what this is. It's the giant Yeti. It doesn't say how many ounces it is. I think it's 56. It's the fat bitch. I have to drink an entire one of these every time I have something like that. And that's something I've just done since I moved to Denver, because if I don't, I crack like a doll. Like a porcelain doll. Just and I fucking die. It's wow. What a dry place to live. Oh my god. Yes, this is considered the XL egg, but there is a half-size version. That's like a personal bubbler. I use this one because I smoke all day while I hang out with you guys like 8 hours a day, so it minimizes the amount of grime building up. It's easier to clean, whereas like you can do the math. Smaller cavity, smaller area. Grime buildup's going to be extreme if you did what I did. It just helps cut down on that. But the smaller ones are amazing. I love them. I have a couple. Oh my gosh, a name. She looks like a Delilah or like a, you know, something like feminine but badass at the same time. Not cutesy feminine. Hmm. What about like Guinevere? She seems very regal. Her posture and her awareness is very like, oh, Beatrice is an excellent one. Beatrice would be really good. Beatrice carries with it the spark of intelligence and like, her eyes, she's looking at you. Gwen. I love the name Gwen. And you could call her B. Oh my god, Beatrice. It's just B out there. I mean, the less you have to say when you're saying good morning to the bird who's probably terrified of you, the better. I think B is excellent. I love those names. I think they're very excellent names for her. Beatrice just like it has this like air of like not just I'm a proper classy bitch, but I'm smarter than you and I fly. Don't try shit. I see you. That's the I'm looking at. She's so pretty. I'm just gonna show you guys one more time because I feel like I'm looking at it alone. She's a very beautiful bird. This is who I'm looking at. This is who we're naming. But you know what I mean? Like you don't want to be out there being like Gwendolyn Silverhatch, Fernsea Jumpy Timothy James Portnasty. When this bird is like movement. When you could just be like, good morning, bee. I would take that route with wild animals. No shit, Fiona. I mean, it's just the caffeine for me. Just keeps me going. Just keeps me mildly awake. That's it. I could drink coffee instead. I don't know. I love her. This is B. I think I'm in love with B. Am I in love with B? B's a queen. I've decided it. Oh my god, it's B and Bean. Stop it. And then you can be like, Bean, we don't eat B. B, we don't eat Bean. We have an understanding. Sick. To be honest, her eyes are kind of the color of you and Bean's freckles. And it's now that I've noticed it, I'm haunted by the similarities. It's kind of amazing and cool, though. Is the burp part of that? Maybe. The burp is part of everything. What would happen if we held in all the burps? Would we die? I don't know. I mean, why do you feel you need to, like, how many energy drinks are you drinking a day, bun? And why do you feel like you need to cut back, if you don't mind me asking? Because I firmly believe, like, they're not the worst option in the world for a beverage if you're still getting enough water during the day. But if you're replacing water intake with energy drinks, then I actually have really good suggestions. I used to be like not clinically like I wasn't diagnosed with shit, but what I consider clinically addicted to Diet Coke. I couldn't go without it. I would drink like a 24 case a week and that was just at home. I worked at a fast food restaurant where we had that syrup, CO2, just a never-ending fountain of Diet Coke. I did not drink a glass of water till I was 25. It's a hard life we lead. It's a hard life. Do you think burps would turn into farts? Is that real? I've never looked into it. I wonder. Because I burp a lot and never fart. Switchel? What is it? What is Switchel? That sounds like a game. Ooh, fun fact. Mio uses an artificial sweetener, and if you drink too much of it, you pee out your ass. I wonder what one that is, because I think that's maybe the same one that's like in sugar-free gummy bears and sugar-free cough drops. Wait, what kind of game is it, Rod? I haven't seen anything for it. I heard about it, but like what kind of, what kind of, is it like a side scroller like the old school, or is it like, am I a turtle? Oh, well, Viata, if you're not drinking sugar-free, really, I mean, so the way that I was taught when I like voluntarily took a nutritional class, the way that I was taught it is if you look at like ingredient lists and stuff, what you want to avoid if you're trying to cut, the fake shit out is added sugar. it should on nutritional labels say it's an added sugar, and that means it's not a naturally occurring sugar in, say, an apple or something. It's the white cane sugar that we're like dumping into everything. And that's the stuff that's crack, that's like rotting our teeth and killing us from the inside out. 100% support that. I am here for you. Drink some water, bitch. I will support for real. That's a tough. I mean, you all know. I've told you guys the true ass experiment of mice and how they got mice addicted to cocaine and then presented the mice with sugar and cocaine, and the mice took sugar every time. Fully addicted to cocaine, still took the sugar. It's crazy. Hi, Liza. How are you, love? Do you poop well, Liza? You're a turtle or April O'Neil. No shit. So it is like an RP. Is it gonna be like an RPG kind of thing? Ooh. Added sugar. I mean, and like I remember, I can't remember where I learned this stupid like piece of advice. It is dumb. I mean, it sounds so corny, but it really works. When you go grocery shopping, you don't get aisles anymore. You do the circle of the outer rim and you're done. It's your honest to God best chance of not getting into artificial shit. It's wild. Your grocery trips become very short. Ooh, are you playing it right now, Kinger? Fuck yes. I nabbed it on PS4 and pre-ordered it. Is it really fun? So is it like an RPG, like a your first person kind of thing? I poop like once a week. It sounds like you need more Mio. Is what I'm saying. Maybe like stop adding it, like just drink the Mio, like the little thing. Maybe? I don't know. We do Crystal Light, but I don't think it's perfect either. I don't drink a ton of it, but Zach, he really likes to have like Kool-Aid or something. It's how I get. It's how he gets water into himself. So we get like Kool or Crystal Light. Can you imagine just like instead of having a bottle, like you just carry around those little like tear. They look like teardrops, like. Don't worry, it's my meow. I haven't pooped in a bit, but I'm so hydrated. I was just thinking that like it's like drinking pure concentrate. That'd be fucking gross. Dude, I think everybody's pooping is totally individual. For a while there, they made all of us believe like you're supposed to poop like 12 times a day. You're supposed to eat every 30 seconds. Like, I think it's very, very individual to your body. What I've always heard every nurse has taught me that I've worked with is if you've been constipated for about double the normal amount of time it goes between poops, that's when you want to talk to your doctor. I've drank kombucha before, not really a fan. It kind of sounds it just like I can't get over the is this off taste. My chat did the double. I'm just waiting for it to correct itself. There it goes. I don't know why it does that. It's out of nowhere. I'm not doing anything. It was one of the roughest transitions I made. Hitting full type 2, started reading labels and realizing how much crap that I thought was healthy. Same. Nothing happened to me. I went vegan because I was dating a vegan guy and I was like, this sounds like a fun challenge. I like a challenge cooking. Options overwhelm me. The less options I have, the more I'm like, yeah, let's make it good with like, sawdust bologna and your mom's nose hair. I don't know. But that was I learned that because I grew up in my mom was a child of the I guess she kind of like she wasn't a child of the 80s, but she really got absorbed by that 80s fat-free diet nonsense. Everything in the house was fat-free, sugar-free, diet-free, everything. But never ever did I stop to consider like what did they replace it with that makes it taste nice? Never in my life. I don't even know why I have that thought in my head now. It came from somewhere. But there's a lot of like I mean stuff that's just in moderation, not terrible, but if it's part of your daily intake, it's real hard for your body to process. It's that fermented taste, and I love, like, a funky cheese. I love pickled stuff, but I think it's just because 'cause you're just drinking it. Every time I take a drink, I'm like, "That's tasty," and then in a 30 seconds, I'm like, "But is it off?" Because technically it is, but, I mean, it's okay, it's fine. Just not for me. I don't think it's terrible for you. As long as it's not your mom's baloney hair. Oh my god, though. Sometimes I don't wanna be alive because certain things happen, like thinking about what hair on my mom's baloney would be, and then, like, what's my mom's baloney, and then suddenly I black out and I'm dead. Where am I? Who are you? What is this? Help. I only enjoy avocado if it's not mushed. Like, if you've just pureed avocado into baby food, I'm not into it, and I'm the same. It's the texture. It's just that slime. I need, like, something in it. A texture. Like, just I'm not I don't have gums yet, like, I'm ready to chew. What can I say except mom's baloney might be anything you want it to be. Sorry. It's a sipper for me. I go back for the second sip when I think it's off. I know, right? And then you just keep sipping forever. I've done it before because I used to get really bad before I knew I had an ulcer. I had really bad indigestion because I have a fucking ulcer. So I was trying all the natural remedies. I try to. I think it's important to incorporate. Talk to your doctor, but also there are natural ways to go about your body. I'm a big fan of bologna, but I think it's a nostalgia thing. It's kind of like I fucking love me some Kraft macaroni and cheese out of the box, but I don't think anything about it has a great flavor profile. Uh huh. Mom's baloney. He's nervous, but on the surface, he's looking hairy and scary. I hate everything about it. I'm sorry. Words are hard sometimes. Sometimes I wonder if I was like mildly dyslexic as a kid and I just overcame it. Because what my mom has like uh homework from when I was a kid, and like for instance, until I was maybe in fourth or fifth grade, all of my lowercase e's were upside down. And I asked my mom, and she was like, "We thought it was funny, so we didn't correct you." Why would you do that to your child, though? But I don't know, man. See, and that's the thing, like, I read a lot. I love reading, and I know dyslexia is, like, one of the biggest hurdles to enjoying a book, and that's why I know it's not, like, something serious. I would never say I suffer like someone with true dyslexia ever. But I do mix up words sometimes, and I don't know, maybe I'm dying. It's a tumor, baby. Ooh, Kino. Have you ever been to, like, an H Mart or a Wajimaya? I love those places. No shit. I spend more money in those places than I would at a normal grocery store. It's disgusting. Imagine food in other countries tastes better. Weird. I wrote my J's backwards until kindergarten. I wrote my K's backwards until I was like literally in first grade or second grade. And that's my first, ClassyKatie. What the fuck? What a cruel joke. Like I wrote my K like like the corn band. And it's my name and no one corrected me. Same. I feel attacked for both of us right now. What in the fuck? Man, it's amazing. Like, how bored were you that that was your humor? It was to fuck up your child, you bitch ass. I don't know if cucumber actually adds flavor to pickle brine. I don't think it does. I think it's literally just the flavor what's the word? Vessel. It is the vessel to carry the flavor of pickle to you, I think. To be fair, lots of kids reverse letters when they write until they're 7 or 8. What age is what grade? I never know the age. I think 7 is second grade, right? So that's about that time. Sarah, I have a good question for you. We were talking about this yesterday, and because you're, like children all the time, I had a weird thing when I was a kid where I would whisper everything I had just said out loud immediately under my breath. Like I'd be like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And I could not control it, and I got bullied for it, so I just stopped talking altogether because I didn't know what to do about it. Have you ever seen that, and do you know what it is? I'm highly curious about things like that. Every walk in your parents' bedroom to witness the sweaty, middle-aged athleticism that is the beast with two backs. The frantic grabbing for bedding to cover their shame. I never walked in on my parents fucking because I heard them first. My mom still has my work from the first day of kindergarten with my J's backwards. So does mine. Shut up. So when I come back from London, I'm flying into Seattle just to spend a couple days with my parents. I haven't seen them in for fucking ever. And then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna take pictures of it. I'm gonna find that shit and take pictures and show you guys. It's the same shit. I wonder how many kids out there got just like taught the wrong thing because it's funny. The fuck? People do cucumber water. I think it's for there's nutritional value in cucumbers, but I don't think they have enough flavor to overpower like vinegar, do they? I'm asking. I really don't know. It's not like I'm an avid pickler. Shocker, I know. It's like a sponge, yeah. I made a cucumber, tomato, and red onion salad. Oh, yum. That just made me wet. Stop. Dressing was balsamic vinegar. I have chills. That's like one of my favorite summer things in the whole world is like a nice meaty salad like that. And by meaty, I mean just like chunky vegetables and shit. Yeah. Yep. Right. Rice wine, vinegar, salt, pepper, and sugar. Yeah. I'd fuck that. Yep. It's one of the most satisfying things in the summer when it's like too hot to cook. It's like fucking 100 degrees out and you don't even want to eat hot food because it's so hot. Those things are good to eat. 7 is usually first grade. Oh, no shit. I've never heard of that, but it sounds like a vocal stim, probably from undiagnosed ADHD. That's what I always assumed. But it's one of those weird things that, like, another kid pointed out when I was really young, and I got super embarrassed because I think I kind of knew I did it, but no one had ever said anything about it before, so I just didn't think anything of it. Of course, I got bullied, and then I just became the quiet kid in the back of the class. Like, I was terrified to speak, but I didn't ever go to therapy for it or anything. It just went away. I don't know. But I forget about it because of that. That's what I was gonna say. I completely forget about it, but someone yesterday in stream said something that sparked my memory. So I've never asked my therapist about it, but I mean, he was a kid pro, and I was definitely a child. Fuck yes, Jackie. Oh my god, we have to do this, and then we can like joint shame our parents. Humor? How dare you? I have my kindergarten report card. Dude, my mom has that stuff. It's so wildly different than what I assess kids on today. Oh yeah. My mom has my preschool, and preschool is like whatever, but we went to a Catholic preschool, which was literally like the basement of a Catholic church. And when they give you a report card, it was like posture, lady, or like not ladylikeness, like pleasantness or something. It does sound like maybe you walked in on my parents banging. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it. I've kind of half seen the beast. B's, D's, I's, L's, J's, M's, N's, S's, and Z's are a big problem with me, and reading is hard for me when I shorten words to help. But even the easiest words I mess up. I mess up words constantly, Silverwolf. I mean, and not that I can relate or we could never compare, but I have issues with similar stuff. Like, for instance, a lot of the English language I know and use in everyday vernacular, I learned via reading. And therefore, there are a shit ton of words I completely pronounce like I am special and have been dropped, if you know what I'm saying. Touched by Jesus. A la compromise, compromise. But no one was there to tell me I was doing it wrong. And it was like I just sounded it out and just kept going, So so many weird words like that in my vocabulary that, like, to this day, my friends will be like, Katie, compromise. I'm like, fuck, compromise. But if you don't know any better, I mean, I just didn't know. I literally like learned a lot of things just by sitting alone and reading a lot of my childhood. And I think a lot of it came from that. Like, I'd second guess how I spoke out loud because a lot of my opinions and reactions were all internal. If you said that, I missed it. Oh, I teach kindergarten and work with struggling students. Oh, yes. No, Sarah, I didn't. I didn't know how much, you're comfortable with telling chat, but Sarah's a teacher with the future of the nation. Um, I teach kindergarten and work with struggling students, so I'm super interested in all that. I know you are, and I love it. I am too. I mean, you've heard my story, but when I was, youthful, I straight up would tell people I hate kids and I don't want them. I don't want to be around your children and I don't enjoy them. And it took one day of one child psychology course in college to teach me in no way do I hate children. It's the tragic fucking excuse for parenting that occurs in some cases that I truly, truly despise. That turns these precious little angels into psychotic demons of terror and destruction. Raccoons on crack, if you will. Epitome. Is that how you say it? Tell me that's how you say it. Epitome. To be fair, I completely think you and I are way more on board with the just in general how to pronounce that word. Epitome can what? It's not. Tell me how oh my god. I mean, if you can spell it out in chat, obviously no struggles. Like, don't worry about it. But I say epitome. It's still to this day. I catch myself on epitome all the time. It's the worst. It's epitome. But what the fuck kind of... Stop it. I spell it. I pronounce it better. Just because you can have kids doesn't mean you should. And the societal pressure to have kids is not right. It upsets me a lot. Like, there's nothing wrong with not choosing to have children. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're soulless or broken or anything like that. You can be the most loving human in the world and not want to squish a watermelon at your pussy. It's fucking wrong. That stigma has to die. Can confirm, children are great, parents are the worst. It's real. It's so sad. Does it really, Sarah? Comfortable. I can't... Words to spell are, like, necessary. Any words that have multiple doubles in them. Or maybe just one double, but it's in the middle somewhere weird. I can't ever figure out which one it is. God bless spell check. It's epitome. Epitome? I almost choked up on you. Epitome's a good one. I like that. I mean, the English language is kind of a mutt language in its own, and to have rules surrounding it kind of is superfluous in itself. Why do English speakers struggle the most with their own language? Because there's no general rules that really matter. I before E, except after C, and all these other fucking words. They teach you these, like, rhymes when you're a child. Well, they did when I was a kid. They teach you, like, these little tricky rhymes and stuff that matter not once you are of collegiate level reading. And I don't mean going to college. I just mean reading a book that isn't from the young adult section. That's it. Suddenly you're like, what's that, though? I mean, it's nuts. English is fucked. And we keep commandeering words from other languages that obviously wouldn't even follow rules if English had rules that mattered. And then we let words just, like, we just let social media just invent words. I can't even think of one like twerk or so on and so forth. So we're kind of grasping at straws at this point, man. Everyone's a grammar Nazi, but ask them to spell the word necessary and their eyes will fall out their skull. You know what I mean? Ooh, wait. Also, Katie, the ways that we were taught how to read is not necessarily the best way and is way different than how we teach kids. I don't doubt that at all. I've said it before, Sarah. I am ultra, ultra thankful that my parents were the ones responsible for getting me reading before I was in school. Because I think our generation, was done quite a disservice in that, like, our introduction to you should enjoy reading was read all these classics that are old and shitty and then write a book report on it. That's like the first time kids get introduced or like getting cock blocked from a part of the library. I.e., I got cock blocked from the library every fucking time. Because if you weren't a certain grade, they just assumed you were an idiot. And they'd be like, no, that's for fifth graders. And I'd be like, all right, but that one's eating his boogers. I'll take the book he was supposed to take instead. You could just let me go over there, please. I would like to rent the book that's longer than 5 minutes, please. I don't want pictures in it. Please let me get that one. Please stop this, please. And then get this. So when I was in, I think it was seventh grade, they finally started testing us to see what reading level we were. And I tested out at like a collegiate or higher reading level. And instead of letting me just read from the whole library, they took me out of reading class and made me go TA kids at the elementary school in PE. My reward was to be stripped of my right to read a book for an hour at school. How the fuck is that going to get any kid to enjoy a book? Thank God I'm resistant. It is the Borg. That's a really good way of putting it. Research shows that we should be focusing more on sounds, phonemes, the sounds that certain letter combinations make. Oh, like ch, like that kind of thing. Yeah. And other phonic skills instead of making our brains memorize whole words. I think that would be, I mean, that automatically just sounds 1000% to make sense. Because, I mean, honestly, and in terms of learning other languages and not just knowing English, you are going to have so many more just life skills in picking up a foreign language because you can sound it out instead of just trying to make it look like an English word in your head and being like, well, it kind of looks like donut or whatever, you know? I was told recently by my English teacher aunt that the full rule is, quote, when the sound is EE, I before E except after C. Oh, when the sound is EE, I'm going to have to apply that in my brain now and see if it's true. There are so many rules like that that I've just noticed as I grow. And, you know, granted, lots of my collegiate studies were science, and much of science is Latin, which is a romantic language, not Germanic, which is English, my native language. And so I'm going through like learning all these bacterias and diseases and medications, and none of them follow any fucking rule I've ever known for speaking out loud, ever. So you're trying to like sound them out in your head to spell it in a test, and you're like, you end up like drawing a picture of it because you just cannot spell it. But I honestly, I do think it's that memorization. I don't think memorization in general, like that was a big part of my education. Was like every teacher was like, just make a bunch of note cards, you'll memorize. Memorization is not a way to nurture a like a palpable education or a palpable knowledge base. A knowledge base you can actually apply in life, as opposed to being like me, where I can fucking regurgitate dumb trivia facts all day at you about anything under the sun. None of it's useful whatsoever, but I sure can memorize some fucking note cards. You know? I'd much rather have like that more of an expansive thinking process than just memorizing. I love reading. You know, I still crawl under my desk right here and read it down there sometimes. I like being in a little cubby. No shame. Silverwolf, I wish. I was born in like to a Washingtonian and and a New York guy. No, not yeah, just not bilingual at all, unfortunately. I wish. It's interesting because as a parent, often I'm just confused on what my kids are learning. I can't help because the way I do math or write is different on how they are learning. I've heard that's a big struggle with a lot of parents, especially with math, like this new version of math that they're teaching. And it's not that it's bad, it's just kids will come home with homework and their parents feel horrible because they can't help them. I can imagine that can feel kind of shitty. I'm a good reader, it's the understanding. Oh, Nick, same. I think that was a thing kind of school did to us too. Like, I was literally taught how to skim, how to get through a page of material and find what you're looking for without absorbing all the other stuff, which unfortunately happens on accident when I'm reading books for fun sometimes. Like, I can read the book pretty fast and I'll get the general cliff notes out of it, but I'm not absorbing all the wonderful details and all the intricacies and stuff unless I'm really paying attention, which is stupid. It upsets me. I don't like that my brain works like that now. Memorization's how I got my degree. Same. I mean, it is that's why I say, like, I've said it before, Cake, I don't know if you've heard me say that, but I don't think any of my respiratory knowledge came from a book or school. Not a fucking inkling of it. The moment I stepped into a hospital and had my hands on a patient is the exact moment I started becoming a respiratory therapist and learning what it is to be a respiratory therapist. That's the moment. I don't think, like, a book can teach you human bodies and like, what a book tries to describe to you what rails sound like and crackles and wheezes, but until you have your hands on someone who's dying, who's literally has crackles, wheezes, or rails in their lungs, there's nothing that's gonna tell you that. But again, I'm a very tactile person like that. I just learn better when I've got hands-on stuff, so maybe that's just me. I can read 2 pages of a book while I'm daydreaming about something. Me too. Oh my god, I do it all the time. Sromlin, is that not the most literal annoying thing in the entire world? I do it at least once a night. Like, I read every night before bed. That's kind of my relaxing how I zone out. And at least once a night, I will get through an entire page and be like, God damn it. I squirreled off on something. But the good thing is, whatever my brain squirreled off on, I can look for something similar or that exact word, and I know where my brain decided to check out in the book. Oh god, it's terrible. I'm gonna homeschool them instead of taking them to school. Really? I would be worried I wouldn't be able to homeschool my kids. I think I would put them at a disadvantage. I don't have the train. Feel so bad, man. This fucking fruit fly has been haunting me for an hour. I hate it. A book in itself is the cliff notes for the action. Oh, sick. No, dude, mic drop on that bitch. That's true. Books are the only thing I kind of hoard. Kind of. Hold on. My degrees were all liberal arts, writing based. I couldn't memorize information, never learned how. I can bullshit like the best of them. So that worked well for anthropology and philosophy. I always wanted to do one of those. Like, I find that stuff more interesting. Just even in my personal life, I love to listen to history podcasts and stuff. You guys know that. But I am I can write a really damn good paper, but the process of rereading what I myself have typed over and over and over and editing it, it's almost like saying the word fork too often. I no longer even fucking know what I'm reading or looking at anymore. It becomes just garbled bullshit and I throw it away and start over, and it can be just excessive that way. It becomes nonsense. This is true. I mean, I was mostly well, we were in the Catholic shit until I was like second, third grade, fourth grade, then public school. But yeah, you're right. Not yet, Nicktastic. So, um, one of the ways that you can tell your spider is either preparing to molt or actively molting, especially with a spider that likes to dig a hole and live underground, is they web over the top of the hole. And it's to protect themselves because when they molt, they're like a soft water balloon. They're really, really delicate. Even a cricket could kill them. Anything that can bite, has a mouth, could murder them. So they web over the tops of their holes. So I made all these beautiful new enclosures and went and grabbed the spiders, and they all webbed over the top of their holes overnight, like little cockfuckers. So now I just wait. Snack is still not matured, and he actually molted again. Like in the last 2 months. He molted like 6 weeks ago-ish. No hooks. Bitch is still non-identifiable. Vespin, thank you for subbing to class, keeping the class 11, giving Nina Swings love. I appreciate you. Thank you. With me, after my teacher saw I had dyslexia, they helped, and I was always ahead of the other kids. Oh, that's really nice. I think my mom was my mom's actually told me this. She was really afraid to ever tell the school, like, I think I would like Katie to have extra assistance or anything because the moment you were diagnosed or deemed anything in my school, because small school, low income, you were deemed special ed and you were put in a class with like just a volunteer parent and taught how to color in coloring books the rest of your life. And you were literally robbed of any sort of a high school education whatsoever or middle school education, like, period. Just gone. And so my mom was like, I'd rather, like, ooh, thank you, Glut. No, you're right. I know. What were we? Oh my God, we got way interested in birds. You guys are really good at distracting me into animals, and I love you for it. You were put in superstar special ed where you were literally just robbed of an education. I think that was a lot of schools. To be fair, I don't think that was just my school. I think a lot of schools did that to kids, and my parents saw that. I have a lot of older siblings. I think one of my older siblings is really ADHD, and she got stuck in special ed, and they just like fast track graduated her by the time she was like 16 because they were like, she's too retarded to educate at a normal level. Just robbed completely because they just that was it back then. You were gifted, right? It was just the gift. Oh, fucking Christ. It was terrible. And my parents saw that and they were like, my mom's told me this. She's like, I made the conscious decision that I just have to commit to helping you and struggling with your homework with you because that was the only way you were going to get to go to normal class. That's sad. That's heartbreaking. I mean, that was a very common word used by professionals back in like the late like I think all of the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Very prevalently used. I mean, they literally would we do believe your son is retarded. Like, what the fuck? Can you imagine if a teacher told you that right now? I think most people would accidentally punch that teacher in the face. I don't know. It's horrible. The fuck? I hate that word too. I mean, that's the reason we hate it. It was so prevalently used to knock down a group of people whose brain just isn't on the spectrum theirs was. That's all it is. I mean, it's literally just a gross term now used in gross ways. The only place it exists is in chemistry. We've got that flame retardant. Boom. We're done now with that word. My schools never held the gifted kids, the gifted classes. They said it helped us back. Oh, they said it held you back? I mean, it did. Most of the kids, I'm not even kidding you. I'm not exaggerating to make the program look worse. It was so bad. By the time I was a senior in high school, half the kids that were deemed special ed and had to be in the special ed special room where they cut and paste all day were pregnant or already had children, were strung out on drugs, living on the street. I mean, they literally were not given a purpose to live. It was horrible. I mean, it was really terrible. It's just terrible. I think it's gotten better. I think a lot of schools now have like true educational programs for kids who are neurodivergent and otherwise. But I mean, I think gay was still a mental disorder when I was in elementary school. It's sick. Sarah, here we go. It's so different now. It's such a different process. I have to fight and struggle to get kids the resources they need. Really? My heart though. How do we not want to help a kid? Oh yeah, we let him get shot. Just kidding. And by we I mean the government. America. I hate it. Really, Nick? I don't honestly, I have not had that's the last word I've really eradicated from my vocabulary that was super prevalent in my younger years, like gay. Like calling everything you hated gay or everything you hated was retarded. Those words I made the conscious decision because I don't like them. I'm going to not use them and I'm going to rewrite them out of me. And retard for some reason was really hard to get out of me and I think it's because of our current government. It's just problematic. But I don't think I've accidentally slipped on that word for quite some time. I'm feeling a little proud of myself. Cuz it's hard. I mean, honestly, high five to anyone who's realizes that something in their daily language is hurtful and makes the conscious decision to try not to use it. It's a struggle. It's a lot of apologizing, but it's worth it in the end, I think. Like I got gay out of there. I'm gay, but that's it. Like not everything I hate in the world is gay anymore. Thank fuck. Hello, Hikaru. How are you, love? Hold on. I wanted to read Mickey. As a kid, I didn't want to learn how to read. My kindergarten teacher had a meeting with my mother and was called a retard. Shut the fuck up by your teacher. Did your mom punch them in the face? Did your mom punch them in the face? I'm sorry, I covered my mouth. What in the tit fart? Here we have teachers actively seek out the kids with dyslexia diagnosed. Oh my god. Our school system barely even pays teachers just to do the like. Do they pay you guys anymore? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if they pay teachers anymore. Have they completely cut you off and just replaced it with guns? I just
Hi, gay.
exactly. I had a kid this year who's on the autism spectrum, and no one would give him any additional supports until December. Half of his kindergarten year was spent in the environment. Oh, I'm gonna cry. No. I hope he gets every hug in the world that he's ever wanted, ever, ever, ever. All the hugs. All of the love. That's horrible. Kel, same. I'm trying to think. There's a word that sometimes I accidentally say that has like. Oh, it's this one. I'm gonna say it just once, just because we're talking about it. I'm intent, right? We all fucking hate the word. I do not like the word. Fucktard. That is the one that's. Recently still it hasn't slipped, but that's the one that, in the past 5 years is the most often to when I'm in traffic or something. I'll be like, "You fucktard," and it is still a. What would you say? Like a child of retard, which is the word we don't like. I don't like it. It's used in no positive way ever. Other than, did you know that Gatorade doesn't separate in the bottle because of flame retardant additive? Like, that's the end of that word. But it's important to own up to it, apologize, and try to grow as a person. Using, like, well, it's just my generation, or that's just how I was raised, or, I'm not racist, but, like, all of it. It's just excuses to be a shitty human. Why are we doing that? Why are we just keep making up excuses to be shittier? I can't with it. It hurts me inside. You know what I mean? Am I okay? I'm all right. Oh, man. All right. I got it. All of our dyslexic kids get a PC backpack with a special laptop. Oh, that's incredible. Those children are very fortunate. I was undiagnosed autism in the small backwoods Midwestern school. Shit was rough. Like they didn't. Well, that was me, but like bipolar, ADHD, OCD. So it was rough, but I imagine it was probably rougher for you. I always imagine everyone's was rougher than mine. You can't compare. Like no one should, nor can you compare. I just watch the struggle of other people, and it looks different than mine, and I'm like, I can't even imagine piling that on. You fucking precious. Do you want a hug? You know? River, I was diagnosed bipolar at 29. I feel you on that. But honestly, I didn't really have the bravery to go to a psychiatrist and like ask. I just kept thinking like, I'm just going to wake up on the wrong side of the bed forever, and that's who I am. Must be hormones. Which is dumb. Mad Marta actually was playing Hades today. I'm looking for someone to host because I got to go walk my dogs and shit. It's the end of my day. And I like to toss you guys on someone cool and I try to introduce you to someone maybe you don't know about every day. 'Cause why not? I'm a firm believer in the hosting. A lot of whole classroom supports. We did get mom on board, and by the end of the year, he was an entirely different kid. That's awesome. I imagine it's hard to like approach a mom, any parent, and tell them like your child's not perfect, but that's okay. We'd like to help them. That's gotta suck. You know, I get it. That's a hard job because every parent, and it's true, your children are perfect. They are fucking perfect. Exactly the way they are. Unless they consciously decide to change that as an adult because chromosomes got fucked up, in which case, still perfect. They're perfect forever. Our children are perfect, right? We can agree on that. That's going to be really hard for any parent to take if they haven't like noticed it, And it might be just something academic you wouldn't even see. No fault on the parent. I can't even fathom. Tell Bella I say hello. Kel, I will tip your delivery drivers because if you don't, with gas being $10 a gallon, we're not going to have delivery anymore and you have to drive and get it yourself. And then we have traffic. We have 20 million times more people out trying to buy food for takeout. Stop it. You're lazy. You know you're doing it. Tip, for fuck's sake. Stop it. Be safe, Kel. Cheers, Cocky. Yes. Let's cheers before we take off. Oh my God, Mad Mart. I mean, I try to stream by at least, what is it, 9 a.m. my time, mountain time. That's like, I struggle bus to try to go live by that time every day. I was late today. I fucking got sunscreen in my eyes. I did it, like no fault of anybody. I was putting on like my normal facial lotion that has sunscreen SPF in it. And I think there was like a giant glob on my pinky. And when I did this, the glob caught in my eyelashes and just down my eyeball. And wow. Wouldn't advise. So I flushed my eye for a lot of minutes today. But I apologize. I mean, it sucked. What are you going to do? Shit happens. I'm just glad I'm not blind, really. I'm just topping off my bowl, but I'm cheersing you. It's quite literally the hardest. No one wants to hear that their kid isn't typical, but it's so important to have those convos so we can work on getting kids set up for success. Absolutely. I agree. And again, I don't have kids, so I feel like I don't, like, my opinion does not matter. Your opinion on your child matters, not mine. But as a kid, remembering when I was a kid and just being me now, I would have rather not been under the impression that I was significantly more stupid than literally anyone my age than I did. Like, I literally just grew up thinking I would watch everyone study an eighth of the amount of time I would study. No, no, no stacks of note cards to go through for hours every night. No notebooks and notebooks and notebooks of wasted paper, rewriting your own notes over and over and over again. And they would get an A and I would get a C. And I also sat in the professor's office every day after class for 6 hours crying because I didn't get it. I just didn't, like, you start to wonder, like, what the fuck is broken? But nothing's broken. You just got to get someone to tell you that. And until you seek help, no one's going to tell you that. You're just going to keep, I mean, I've really thought that for way too much of my life. It's still in me, and it's going to take probably the rest of my life to try to convince myself I'm not broken. It's the system. I agree 100%. It's a system that's perpetuated by just like, I don't even know. It's like the government just, every time they want money or someone notices the debt, they're like, whoa, we'll cut education. It makes me sad. It is almost 4:20. I'm going to wait for my 4:20 because I can't leave before my 4:20. That's just not okay. But I'm still going to try to find someone cool to host while we chat. Wait, I think I found someone. Hold up. It's okay. Yeah, it was just like, that was college for me. It was so, the way I used to tell my therapist when I first started going to therapy, trying to understand that I wasn't stupid and accept that, I would be like, imagine someone gives you their recipe for the perfect banana bread, but every time it comes out, it's just like a lump of coal. And you're like, you've done it, a lot. And every time you do it, it's about $5,000. And it never comes out banana bread, but everybody else's comes out banana bread, and they didn't even fucking have any bananas. They literally had no bananas. Somehow it's banana bread. That's how it feels internally. And it's just, it really, I mean, half of my psychosis, I think, came from that. That alone, just like one, like, why? What the fuck is going on? Because it's like, will we be on time? Hey, it's 7 minutes. Shut up. Honestly, it's like, when you're that young, you don't even have the words to ask someone, am I crazy? But that something, like, how come everyone's smiling and you were literally about to shit your pants during that spelling test in 2nd grade? Like, you were full on having a true 2nd grader panic attack. Some people did piss their pants. You're like still shaking. and there are some people laughing and giggling and got done early, and you're like, fuck you, and then you light them on fire. I'm just kidding. Who would do that? Not me. Shut up. Of course I did. I noticed some things. You can steal it. You can steal anything I say, Zelda. Abso-fucking-lutely. I come up with weird shit on the spot. That wasn't planned, and I've never said that before, and you are very welcome to take it. But that's how it feels. It's just, and it's like, I'm sure if any of you can identify with that, this one, did your mom ever tell you, you don't not have friends because you're weird or anything. You're way more mature than anyone else in your class, and they're jealous, so they're going to ostracize you for it. Anyone else ever told that one? Because that was a fun, demeaning thing to hear from my parents growing up as I bawled my eyes out on my bed in the basement. Hey, parents, stop telling your kids they're more mature and that's why they don't have friends. We all know you're fucking lying. Just say you broke us too much before the age of 3. We know it. It's fine. Tom Segura has a new book coming out called I'd Like to Play Alone, Please. And I've never identified with the title of a book more. I've never identified with a statement more in my entire life. I'd like to play alone, please. I just heard about it yesterday, and I cannot stop thinking about it. No, never, totally not, right? Look how mature I am, Mom! 4 minutes. I think, Lindsay, thank you for the resub, love. Thank you for resubbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it swings. I honestly think it was my mom secretly wanted me to be those kids. Like, she super wanted a popular, pretty daughter who was normal and, like, played sports and was into girly things, you know? She was desperate. She used to tell me when I was little, I knew before I had you and your sister I was going to have 2 girls with long dark hair and blue eyes, and you would be perfect, my perfect little dolls. And she dressed us up in, like, floofy doll clothes until we could rip them off physically. Like, you know, crinoline out to your fucking elbows. Or not crinoline anymore. What's the new I don't remember what it's called anymore. Taffeta? Memory rules are everything. It's the only way I can memorize literally anything these days. Wait, which book, Sarah? Which book? Which book? Because yes, I can. Oh, the Tom Segura book? Yes. Oh my god, fucking BDO just got it. BDO just linked it in chat. Hold on. It is right me on. I shall relink it just in case. Yeah, it's quite literally. I'd like to play alone, please. And I just can't. It almost hit me as hard as the top layers floating if I don't have one leg up on the chair like I do right now. Or have one curled up against my chest. Like, it hit that hard, you know? Like, I want to, as nicely as possible, tell you, I do want to go bowling. Alone, please. But you can't, because people are just like, everything's so personal. He said some stuff that was really personally directed at reptile keepers, and it made me really uncomfortable. Did he really? Which is interesting, because does he have a reptile? I tend to stick to a pretty routine schedule, honestly, because it keeps the dogs less annoying. So until about 6 p.m. every day, it's 2 minutes till 4:20. Until about 6 p.m. every day, I pretty much have a regime schedule. Like, I wake up at the exact same time every day, walk the dogs, shower, or exercise, walk the dogs, shower, blah, blah, blah. Because dogs love a routine, and the less routine in your day, they tend to get kind of neurotic about it because they don't know what's coming, and it makes them really uncomfortable. And I feed off the energy of my dogs. I am a dog. I hate it so much, but I can't. I'm not like the leading energy. Like, if my dogs are anxious, I start to feel it. I start to like, ugh, I feel gross. Stop barking. I hate this. So I find that the more of like just a nice it's loose. It's not like something psychotic regimed, but a nice schedule for them in terms of walks and dinner time and stuff really keeps them just less in my hair all the time, which is nice. And they sleep better. Oh my god, it's hard carrying your marbles when you only have your hands and everyone else gets an IKEA bag. That hurts. Homo sapiens. I'm never gonna forget that. It's honestly one of the best. Homogeneous sapiens species, right? Yeah. Well, it's sapiens species, homo genus, obviously. Those not the same letter, but you can figure that part out after you get the species part. Oh yeah, it's great. Tom Segura, I mean, I love comedians in general because they tend to, even though they can say some really fucked up shit that I can't get past, i.e. Ricky Gervais making an entire stand-up special on Netflix, pretty much centered around transphobic jokes. Not really my jam, but a lot of comics out there are in... It's 420, cheers. I made it. You lose. They're insanely intellectual. I'm seeing him it's like in September or something. I've heard he does an incredible show. I mean, I've seen his stand-ups. Obviously he does. Hell yes! Thanks for being on my side, motherfuckers. So to be fair, I have to show you. I have Rain Meter on my computer, and I have this enormous 420 on my desktop that I can, like, just manipulate, move around, and stare at the entire time we're talking, because I usually have chat right here. So, I mean, call it cheating if you want. Call it being efficient. I have a giant 420 on my screen. Rain Meter's super fun. It's definitely not something necessary, but for someone who has to, like, your computer is your world, just your job, it's everything, it's nice to have, like, fun little customizable things to do. I agree. Oh, we miss it. Absolutely miss it more time than most. Anybody who voted no, like, you just went by statistical odds, and I applaud you for using your brains. The other ones were gamblers. Fucking risk takers. I just identify. Oh my god, you're right. Okay. So, I'm going to host my friend DJ night. I've known this fuck for a very long time on Twitch. I don't know anymore. I've been here so long that I can no longer tell you how long I've known people. However, quality human, funny as fuck, very entertaining. Also, one of those just like warm, community-based, awesome human beings. Loving, chill, not afraid to say nice things. Those are my people. Today's Friday, right? Yeah, Fade Friday. So I will see you tomorrow, early in the morning. I don't think anything weird is happening this weekend. I keep thinking something. It's July is weird things, Katie, not June. June doesn't matter. All right, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Be nice to my friend DJ. Wash your hands and your chodes. It's a super highway for E. coli to just crawl from your leaky, sweaty little anus up to your pee hole, cause a UTI. Nobody wants to suck pus at your pee hole. Don't do it. I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.